rent tó bá dẹ̀ dé hòtẹ́ẹ̀lẹ̀ kó san balance booking jẹ́sì ò lè make a deposit owó ẹni tó máa rà fún lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Orí eyelashes kan lójú mi náà sábìtì eyelashes yẹn fáyọ̀ kí lè mọ́ láìpẹ́ kí ní kàbó láti rà. Mo ní èèyàn báyìí ló ń ta eyelashes £15 èló ní £15 £50 kò ṣe wọ́n pa ọmọ ògbà. Every day, Ofofo is inside my blood. They pour me the one of Ofofo. See, Martin, control of Mama. Oh, no, gentle. We can go for her. We can come for her. You know, she will not respond. She will not retaliate. She's so quiet. She will not get to her. I go to me, go deceive you. Oh, bah. Never go home, bah. It is bah. What's in what's in èmi ò ní pè kúkú níbẹ̀ ájú mi níbẹ̀ ìtọ́tẹ̀ ni màá ṣe inú tèmi ló wà mo ṣe báyìí mò ń gbà eyelashes £15 wọ́n kẹ̀ ṣebí lédi ìlú mi lówó ṣùgbọ́n máa pọ̀ tí àzẹ́ni tó ń fún àwọn èèyàn nìkan tó ń dáṣà àwọn èèyàn tó ń ra designer fún àwọn èèyàn tó ń ṣe gbá £15 booking jẹ́sì lè ra eyelashes £15 ẹ wá mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣe because I wanted to buy it for her. £15 ọmọ ṣe wọ́n pa àmúnisà búkì kò ṣe wọ́n pa ó ṣe wọ́n pa so in my mind mo ṣe sọ pé àkóṣe wọ́n pa yẹn mo sọ pé òkè máa pe Josh tèmi tó ń tà pé kó bá mi send ẹ̀ sí address kó as in I will buy for her. Ó wá make statement kan tó wá piss me off ó ní èmi ò lè ra o èmi ò lè ra o mọ́ òkè ìwọ ò lè ra ọ̀tẹ̀ èmi mo lápọ̀ tèmi tèmi wá fẹ́ ra fún ẹ̀yin ọ̀dẹ̀ ni mí. Please don't let him go when job is my marriage. Parents is obviously children out to school. Where's the only son? And you expect her to be happy now. Someone that has to. Someone that has no joy can never give you joy. She's bitter and she's trying so hard to spread her bitterness everywhere. Please don't use your positive energy on her yet. No, yeah, the yellow key and my fishy. Benny, Olayo. So what will pay? So you will eyelashes in £15, £15. Oh, lera, but èmi tí wọ́n rò lọ́kàn pé kí n rà fún ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ó ṣe ní èmi ò lè rà ó. I shouldn't be a fool to write for her then okay ó dẹ̀ kúrò lórí fóònù jọ ni ó ṣe kúrò fún wọn £15 ó kì í ṣe sọ lè rà like it's £15 gbogbo tó máa ń pariwo òun yàn so ibi tó ti wá tẹ́ pọ̀rọ̀ gọ́dọ̀ tọ́lọ́ ti bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ finally tọ́lọ́ ti bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ kọ́lẹ̀. Mommy happiness, boy, mama. Network ni mo ń lo fóònù lọ́wọ́ ní ẹjọ́. Ní àlùbáríkà gbogbo ọmọ tó bí pa àti blessing tí gbogbo bá lọ sí inquest lọ sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ẹ́ sí ẹ̀gbọ́n àwọn ṣe ṣé ẹ fi pé judge ò ní grant ẹ. I don't think they will be granted, but I don't know why that man has so much power. That's what I'm saying. Nigeria, that's what I'm saying, because Nigeria. I don't know why. Because the wife should be able to do this on her own. That's what I'm saying. Because power. What is she up to see, all right? See what the family go here. What is she up to everything? See the woman here. Tó bá kóra wọn lọ sí inquest tó lọ sọ fún kí lọ sọ fún pé okay fine àwọn tún ṣe autopsy wọn then nothing again àwọn fẹ́ sí ẹ̀gbọ́n àwọn ṣe ọmọ àgbà tún. I think after that 1 year they would because some of them they will bury the guy. I think so. No wọ́n sọ yín pé let me tell you something no you see this justice in the olórí burúkú wọ́n ní pé tí result autopsy wọn yẹn táwọn bá find nǹkankan nù ẹ̀ àwọn àtúnṣe another autopsy. Bọ̀ ṣe bí wọ́n ti gba ṣe bí wọ́n ti gba samples wọ́n máa lọ ṣe autopsy. Wọ́n lè ṣe file. It doesn't stop them from getting what they want. Yeah. The body has already been examined. They have extracted what they need or taking the samples needed. They don't need the body to get justice. That's what I'm saying. That's why the judge told them to go and talk to that. Did you guys listen to the show that Kiloruko Crunchy Queen did for Josie yesterday? No. Wọ́n ṣàwọn kan ní àwọn làwọn raṣọ sí Josie lọ́rùn wọ́n ṣe kankan sí Josie like. Okay. Now, Lolo boss rat. Oh, a lot of that is saying, giving another narrative. Show no people. Now these people, as in, she won't what tired me. Every day, different story. Every day. Now, boss rats also pay. Àwọn ní pé ní bí a neighbor Mohbad ó fún àwọn ní information pé àárọ̀ ní kọ́bí 11 a.m. yes àwọn èèyàn ti wà ní Mohbad tí wọ́n ti ń ké pé Mohbad ti kú láàárọ̀. Ẹ kọ́ pé níbo yẹn jáde náà ẹ kọ́ gbé jáde ní ẹ ṣe big deal. Wọ́n gbé lọ́kọ̀ láàrin ìwọ̀n ní àwọn ọmọ Ìbàràpá tí wọ́n lórí tó yẹ pé wọ́n lọ́pọlọ tó ń lò. Very dark man's Okay. Redirect your answer now, Mr. Joseph Aloba. Ẹ jókòó dáadáa. Ibi tá a bá fẹ́ yin ìbọn yín sí ẹ̀yìn síbẹ̀. Àwọn kọ́lá pa Mohbad. We are team Mohbad. We are not team Baba Mohbad. Bóyá yẹn ló dùn yìí. Mohbad ló gbé àwọn jáde. And by bringing us out, ó di dandan kí bàbá ẹ̀ náà jáde. Ẹ̀yin ti sin ọmọ yín, public ló wu, ìyẹn tún kọ́. Ẹ̀yin gan ti gbà fọ́lọ́run. You said it yourself, ìjọ tí ojú bá rí bínibí wọlé. You have buried your son, Mr. Joseph Aloba. Don't ever forget that. It was
Ẹjọ́ kọ́ ṣe pé tó ń sunkún ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ́ ni àtàbà ìyẹn ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rántí kò fẹ́ sọ yìí.
We concrete. But the public said no. 9 days after he was dug up. We supported you. Have you not become the monster we created?
Yes.
Sit down and ask yourself.
You created that monster.
Have you not become the monster? We made you a superstar. You were not when your son was alive. Nobody knows you. Kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ yín bàbá. Ìgbà tó mọ̀ yín kú lẹ jáde. Mohbad did not even announce you. Yes, all praise in Inori. We know that. But physically, the world does not know you. It was when Mohbad died, you came out. And that is fine. But look at the way you are running the race. And one shape. Oku dia kato. Le bí mi lọ́wọ́ bàbá Mohbad o, le bí mi lọ́mọ. Yes, le máa gbà lọ́wọ́ mi. Ẹ̀gbọ́n le máa jẹ́. Àbúrò dẹ̀ máa ń bá ẹ̀gbọ́n sóòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. Òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ni mo fẹ́ bá yín sọ. Èpè kọ́ ló kàn. Tẹ́ bá wá justice fọmọ yín, ó yẹ kẹ́ support tribute yìí. Tẹ́ bá wọ̀n túmọ̀ ẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá wá justice bàbá Mohbad, ó yẹ kẹ́ support tribute. Kò tí ẹ̀ yà mí lẹ́nu. Ìgbà tẹ́ ẹ̀ support Yínká Adé tó ṣe protest. Tí ẹ̀ support ẹ̀ náà. Ẹ ṣáà mọ bó ṣe lọ. Ẹ mọ bó ṣe lọ. This tribute, we will support it. Kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe. Àwa ti ṣe back to sender fún yín. Àtàwọn tó ti lẹ́yìn. Àtàwọn tó ń fúnra wọn lépè. Gbogbo èyí tẹ́ ṣe èpè níjọ́ Tuesday yẹn. Back to sender. Torójú ayé ni gbogbo yín ṣe. Èpè ti padà sórí elépè. Tọ́lá wo gbowó lọ́wọ́ anybody. Gbowó lọ́wọ́ yín. Bàbá bí mo ṣe sọ, kó má jẹ́ wípé leprosy géyàzì yẹn, ẹ̀yin gan máa nípinnu ẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá tètè jáde, kẹ́ wá túbá. Tẹ́ bá tètè jáde, kẹ́ wá tọrọ àforíjì. Torí àbá ti yín wá. Mohbad, ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ làwa tó sí wípé I need justice. Ó dẹ̀ máa get justice. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má fi ojú olóore gúngi. Ẹ má fi ojú olóore gúngi. People are still standing strong for Mohbad. Bàbá Mohbad, ẹ̀yin ni mò ń bá wí. Family member yín tó wà l'Amẹ́ríkà. Ṣó ti wálé láti wá wọ ọmọ yín? Family member yín. Tẹ́ fún ní power of attorney. Ṣó ti ẹ̀ wálé wá wo bí sí Mohbad kù sí? Ṣé wà bẹ́ẹ̀? Tí ẹ̀ jókòó kẹrò for almost 1 year kò kúrò l'Amẹ́ríkà tó wà. Ẹ ṣe sùúrù o bàbá Mohbad. Kẹ má tẹ́ o. Kẹ má tẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó fẹ́ràn yín. Kò ní dákẹ́ tẹ́ rárá. Wọ́n bẹ ṣe ìpàdé yìí. Ó dà pé ẹ̀tẹ́ ló máa fẹ́ kù. Ẹ sinmi ẹ̀dọ̀. Ẹ sinmi ẹ̀dọ̀ bàbá Mohbad. Ẹ sinmi ẹ̀dọ̀. Àánú yín ló ṣe wá. Ká fi dúró tì yín. Ẹ sinmi ẹ̀dọ̀. Èpè tẹ́ iṣẹ́ yẹ̀ ò dáa. Èpè tẹ́ iṣẹ́ yẹ̀ ò dáa. Àwọn dẹ̀ mọ bó ṣe ń lọ. Double standard lẹ́ ń ṣe. Ká ní káàpù tẹ láìkì ló fẹ́ ṣe tribute yẹn. Ẹ ní ṣe pé ẹ máa kì wọ́n lẹ́yìn ni. Ká ní káàpù tẹ fẹ́. Ká ní blogger ní UK ló fẹ́ ṣe tribute. Ṣé ẹ máa pọ̀ sẹ́yìn ni? Ṣùgbọ́n because African TV ló engineer ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn tí ẹ fẹ́ràn ẹ wá mú èpè ẹ wá fi èpè sẹ́nu. Ṣé èpè ló kàn? Ṣé ẹ ṣe èpè fáwọn tó pa Mohbad? Ẹ dáhùn náà, tẹ́ bá ní conscience bàbá Mohbad. Did you curse those who cut off the life of Mohbad? Did you rain curses on them? Ẹ jókòó kẹ́ ronú. Stop behaving like an ingrate. Gbogbo owó tẹ̀ ná public ló fún yín pátá. Àánú àwọn public ló ṣe yín. À ń dáwọ́ sí GoFundMe, à ń dáwọ́ sí Wema Bank, à ń dáwọ́ sí Access Bank. It is the public that is funding your lifestyle. The money you are seeing now, you never saw it even when your son was alive. Àfi tẹ́ bá fẹ́ tọ́ra yín jẹ. You are now a freaking multimillionaire. Inú òbí wa, ó wù wá la fún yín. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ má fi ojú olóore gúngi. Ẹ má fi ojú olóore gúngi. All the people you are abusing, all the people you are cursing today, ẹ ti ná owó wọn. Owó wọn pẹ̀lú owó tẹ̀ ná lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ó kéré kò kéré, owó wọn wà nínú GoFundMe. Wọ́n ti dá owó sí Access Bank fún yín. Wọ́n ti dá owó sí Wema Bank fún yín. Ṣé èpè lọ́wọ́ kàn? Tẹ́ bá lè gbàdúrà fún wọn, ẹ dẹ̀ dákẹ́. picture yín nígbà tí Mohbad kú sí picture yín nísìnyí ẹ̀yin gan mọ̀ yín pé 7up ni ìyàtọ̀ wà. Kò ní dákẹ́ ẹ tẹ́ o bàbá Mohbad ẹ mọ̀ mí dáadáa kò ní dákẹ́ ẹ tẹ́ ẹ lè bí mi lọ́mọ màá tútù sọ ẹ̀gbọ́n lẹ máa jẹ́ fún mi ẹ̀gbọ́n ọdún tẹ máa gbà lọ́wọ́ mi gan òpọ̀ torí mi gan ti over 50.
Ó para wọn ni ó fi wéèlò.
Ẹ lè bí mi lọ́wọ́ rárá. Ẹ jọ torí Ọlọ́run. Mohbad, we get justice. Whether we do a protest or we do a tribute, we are calling attention to the government. Èpè kọ́ ló kàn, Baba Mohbad. You don't have to curse. You don't have to curse. Ẹ jókòó kẹ́ ronú. Sit down and think about it. Sit down and think about it. Àwọn tó ń tì yín lẹ́yìn fún èpè tẹ́ ṣẹ́ wọn láìkì yín rárá o. Àwọn tó ń sọ wípé ẹ ṣe dáadáa for cursing people. They are not helping you, Baba Mohbad. Kò ní da kó mi padà lẹ́yìn ẹja, kò ní da rárá. Ẹgbẹ́ sùúrù jẹ. Ẹgbẹ́ sùúrù jẹ. Àwọn ò kì í ṣe anti-justice o. Àwọn ò kì í ṣe anti-justice. Òwò tó dẹ̀ máa fara hàn. Àwọn anti-justice tẹ̀ ń gbé mọ́ra very soon wọ́n á fara hàn. We will celebrate Mohbad. We will celebrate Mohbad. Once again, African TV. I salute you, sir. I salute you, brother. Let me raise my mic for others to talk. Thank you.
Thank you.
Television, can I ask you a question right quick?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, go ahead.
The shirt, what's the Eluni peace scheme where the company military support?
What you
If you talk about it, okay, guys, what do you think about it? So if you talk about it, so over to the panelist.
See that? If no. Oju want ti latipe. It's not like Oju want ti. They have different. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé everybody is fighting for relevance. We know African TV went into this justice for Mohbad for his own selfish interest, not because he was really seeking for justice. African TV tó sọ pé òun fẹ́ fún Wùmí 10 million àbẹ́lò lówó kó lọ ṣe DNA. Did he have ṣé òun ní 10 million? Mo tó jẹ́ pé ó wà ní government kìíní lòun gbé níbi tó wà. Ṣó ní 10 million lọ́wọ́?
African TV created this monster that we are dealing with. Ongogolo created.
I'm a bear. Wala ti won niyen because they created that monster. They started feeding him with money, and he saw that there's an avenue here, and others start jumping in. So all of them $1 they made this possible for Baba. Ingbati Baba no de go. Tí ó dom. Ona rí opportunity ó dẹ̀ ṣe kíni ó grab ẹ̀. Bó kàn jẹ́ pé Baba ni ò lójú tì ní. Kò lójú tì ebi na rí Baba tí ò lójú tì. Èmi ò rí. He has no moral conscience, any value or any integrity when it comes to money. Baba Mohbad will go for the highest bidder. And they bidded African TV out of money. And that's why he's not directly in touch with Baba anymore. Baba, you're saying, Baba to so please, did anybody hear about that? Ipe Koko Town Feje, African TV, ga lo wa.
Yes, now, but you're on here now. Low offer genuinely for African TV now. So why come online? Kuma paroshi for the sake that you want to be relevant to people.
Me, I don't support any one of them. You see, when it comes to those justice for Mohbad team, they are all the same, including Baba Mohbad. I am not. Look, they are all the same. They are all evil. Most of their basket, Hillary's quote, they are basket full of deplorables. We have a basket here on TikTok, and there are a lot of deplorables that are in that basket. like our kuli Buki. Everybody knows he's a deplorable. Iris, just an evil one, won't see, because she's smart. She's just evil in the heart. Papariano, when you listen to your when you really give relevance to your Fabi, to me, you are no relevant. You don't exist. Who listens to Auntie Kinwonkwe, Kinwonkwe woman, that crazy woman? Auntie Kemi, yeah. Who listens to Auntie Kemi?
Nobody.
Oh, and when you give Auntie Kemi's post any relevance, I have, that kind of a person. I can't listen to you. Papariano will be there.
Susie.
All of them.
Jokes apart, Susie needs some mental issue. I'm not even kidding.
Yes, not that of comfort.
Sorry to say, she does. Ó ní pé ìgbà yẹn ló sọ fún òun lose for business òun wà mẹ́ta kìíní kan ó ti sọ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ láyé sọ pé
you don't need some mental issue. Susan is mental.
She has something going on. I don't know what it is.
She has. Ó náà lose ó ní business òun gbogbo ó ní kí ló pè náà truck òun tóun fi ṣe business ó ní everything bí ó ní àwọn company tóun bá ṣe business òun terminate contract òun everything. Ó sọ náà. Ọmọ òun náà ní mẹ́ta kìíní kan ó dàgbọ́n ọmọ òun ya wèrè tóun take ọmọ òun sọ ẹbí tí.
Àwọn ẹbí wèrè ló yí justice for Mohbad ká Bukky ó ya wèrè eléyìí náà ó ya wèrè.
Bukky náà ti ya wèrè rí imagine Bukky friend boy is running mad. I know now mo fẹ́ ó dà tó bọ̀ ẹ̀ máa já bó ti mọtí tó bá ti mọtí ló máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ wèrè ẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ máa ń
rìn. Giving any relevance to comfort. Àbí kí ni wọ́n pè comfy àbí comfort àbí kí ló wà ní.
Kí ni fi gbé ṣépèlé ni Papariano.
Èmi ò ní fún ní relevance like I don't see like that.
Ó ní ó gbé drum mi sínú òkun. Ó lọ gbé drum mi sínú òkun. Ó ní aṣẹ́wó ni. Ó ní kò ní lákàyè.
No, ẹ má disgrace àwọn aṣẹ́wó. Wọn ò lè gbà sí clout àwọn aṣẹ́wó.
Nǹkan tí Papariano ṣe bí èbùtí Papariano fi fún mi yẹn.
Yes, she cannot be aṣẹ́wó. Ó má disgrace àná aṣẹ́wó níbo ló ti máa ṣe. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ọwọ́ díẹ̀ fáwọn aṣẹ́wó wa o, àwọn ìyá wa.
Comfort ní client. Comfort ní client.
No, ẹ má sọ o. A lè comfort lè rí client tiẹ̀. Tó bá rí oníkùn bíi titi ẹ̀, ó máa gbé o. Bí orí job daddy yẹn, oníkùn bíi titi ẹ̀.
Josie ni a sọ pé I see a beautiful girl like you. Àbí bá lóye sọ fún mi. Oh my God, this case is hilarious.
Josie get this.
Which taste? So gbádùn ẹ.
Josie ò lè jẹ irú kan fún yẹn. Josie ò lè jẹ irú kan fún láì.
Which taste? Taste more.
You people, Josie no fit chop that comfort.
No, ìyá Mohbad fine babe ni o, kò kàmárà mú ni o.
Mohbad is a fine babe o.
Mohbad
na fine babe o.
It's just not too fine. Yeah, she's fine babe o.
Ó kàn jẹ́ pé
slow ni.
Wake up.
It's not slow ni. She's a fine babe.
Àwọn tó bá ti love bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àti kúrò love yẹn ó máa hard.
Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti gbọ́ lọ́rùn mọ́jú. Ayé iṣẹ́ sì là wà.
Olórí burúkú kò sí pé bàbá òṣì kan fẹ́ lè olú máa sọ fún ẹ pé òun lágídí wèrè wo ṣágídí ló pọ̀ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ yìí. Ọmọ Èkìtì ni mí mo lágídí gan mi.
Kò ní dábàá gidi ni ó réyàn bá ṣe ni ó rí pé ìyàmù àwọn fámìlì tó ń fẹ́ àwọn fámìlì tí wọ́n lọ tí wọ́n ń rèdì like àwọn lọ́fẹ́ ọmọ Island táyé ò bá fẹ́ ta lọ́fẹ́ ọmọ
ìsàlẹ̀ kó.
Ẹ wò ẹ má sí mọ́ o ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ṣe pẹpẹ sí.
Àwọn ọmọ ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó lọ́fẹ́ ọmọ ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó.
Mo ní Ajégúnlẹ̀ wà gbà.
No tẹ Josie lọ ságége wò á ti ríran wò. Àwọn ọmọ mo
ṣe. Wọ́n di eyín mọ́ kíní ìwèrè tó ló gbé sí àárín méjì náà. Wàá kó.
Josie, àìsàn orí èèyàn bá ṣe ni. Ó rí pé ìyá Mohbad ò smart rà, àrùn àyè ò smart at all.
Ó dẹ̀ tó Josie ti sọ something like that. Pé kò lè fi
ìdí kò lè fi ìdí báyìí kan wó. Josie ti
Àwọn supporter ya Mohbad dẹ̀ tún rí wọn fún ya Mohbad lẹ́sìn dáadáa. Wọn kóòsì ìyá yẹn dáadáa. Àwọn supporter ìyá Mohbad ní ò fẹ́ gba kóòsì. Mọ́mí nígbà tí àwọn tó ń kóòsì ìyá Mohbad sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ lọ bẹ jù sí. Ṣé ìyá Mohbad ló ń lọ bẹ jù sí ni?
Ìyá bí ìbá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyá Mohbad kò dúró níbì kan ni wọ́n wá jẹ́ kó dúró níbi tó yẹ kó dúró ni. Kò ní kó sí ọwọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n máa ní àwọn fẹ́ kó lọ bá jù sí. For what?
Fi ìgbàgbọ́ ẹ̀ sínú ènìyàn. Even Bible gan sọ pé ká má fi ìgbàgbọ́ wa sínú
ènìyàn. Ṣẹ́rí fídíò yẹn máa fún tó jáde yẹn tó ti ń pè orin yẹn. Seriously, ikú Mohbad kan ló dùn ún máa yẹn ló kó ṣe ikú Mohbad ló bá ń máa yẹn. Ó ti kó sọ ọláyà dọ́là tó wá ń ronú bó ṣe máa jáde. Ìyá ẹ̀ wá ronú pé Ọlọ́run lè kọ́ sínú brapan. Joke apart, Grace, I look that video as in wọn pe ìṣòro tó ń bá wọn yẹn jà inú àwọn ọmọ tí wọn yẹn wà ó kó yẹn Ọlọ́run nìkan ló gbé wọn yẹn jáde.
That's why like I hold my tongues when I'm trying to when it comes to their Mohbad I hold tongues with them. Even though sometimes
do you think that as in like liar dollars ó máa ní ìkọ̀kọ̀ tó máa fi threaten my issue tó bá ṣe kan tí mo ní kò ṣe báyìí máa dálé sí.
But you see things have come again. Mo mọ̀ pé ìyá Mohbad probably is in a regret mood right now.
Why she will not regret?
She don't know what to do. And that's why sometimes I try to cut her a slack. But ìwà tí wọ́n wù ní ìwọ ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ni you don't do that.
But is Lion don't last? Is she really 36 years old?
Yes, now she's 36.
Are you going to me? Who is 36?
How
is she 36? No, she's not 36. She's in her 40s.
No.
That's a lie. She's not 36.
Well, anyway, if she's 36, 30-something, I don't care. So I don't care.
But the thing is, even if it's 40, almost 40 years old, see her 50. You know, no man to feed someone
but yeah, Mohbad now, no green be a just so thorough.
Ó ti kókò ló bá ti bá èèyàn jẹ wàá lọ bọ́ sí owó ṣẹ́kù àwọn tí kò yẹ kó bọ́ sí.
ẹ jẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nǹkan 20 million tó ń ṣe fún ìyá Mohbad níbo náà kò sí.
Exactly.
Charles, why?
What's happened?
Why? Where is this energy?
Outside.
Maybe one be the other one.
Oh, okay. Owó tó lọ bá fún ìyá Mohbad. Yàrá máa láti dé fún màmá òun máa ṣe UK fún wọn.
What?
Nǹkan tá a gbọ́ nìyẹn wọ́n ní pé ó fẹ́ ṣe UK pé but for me I think that is not true.
UK lọ́rọ̀ màmá Mohbad kan sí.
Yeah, I will learn to not say something I don't know anything about.
I don't think true. That you know the stupid síbẹ̀ yẹn.
I don't think that's even true. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm not sure that is true.
Come out for different narratives.
I'm not sure.
People just lie for a living. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
The last thing I heard about this, hold on. The last thing I heard about this woman was the fact that she was trying to get a shop, and people were not giving her the shop because family won. Hey, yeah, bad. The shop for family aloba. That kind of thing. That was the last time I heard about it.
Savage. She shop kan lo wa. Yamba no se ma ko lo si Sango. Ko le ti ko se ko lo si Anopaja. Ko lo si Iru Egbeda. O se je pe Sango lo ko lo.
She na me you go call us, the family member. This kind of question they ask me like this. I don't know what I'm calling now.
Don't go long. Even the liars.
Something came out from the same Mama said that it says I think 2 of our children, not Blessing or Adura, 2 of the young children only SS anymore. So probably SS.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no,
right?
No,
she's not SS.
The young children.
That one, me, I don't know. I don't talk about something.
No, I had the Mama Sita and Solori show when the issue of a couple of 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I heard her saying it. Yeah. Liars, but also thinking of the 20 million.
So 20 million, treatment. Business are big now.
No, they were saying, listen, Savage.
People can add sugar and salt to things, but that doesn't make any sense.
Looking after excess children in Nigeria is not easy because so many people doesn't have the awareness or the understanding of this. So many people die about this.
Okay, wait. I understand your point, but I feel like all that is just adding salt and sugar to stuff now.
This million,
I don't believe all that nonsense. I beg. I'm happy 20 million. Treating myself.
What mistake to look after?
You can't say that is nonsense. Even though she didn't use that all the 20 million for something, but it might still be part of it. But that's not nonsense, you know. It's still. I
do not.
Well, you're talking about shop on bed.
Me, I have a question for you people. The money pick our share accountability to do what they that for. My question is, I didn't give her a cent. My question is, did she ask you? Did she dig into your pocket?
No, Sabi.
Okay, it's a donation. It's gone.
She said she need help.
You understand? She wants to people come back and I don't understand. Somebody was saying that I want to say the other time. I was like, people are just
joking about that one. Only I want to shop. Okay, let's take back shop. I want to keep quiet. All that will shop for. Feel left for one shit.
Bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ assistant wọn Sami Jojo.
Onídàá fún sísí wẹ́ndì olórí burúkú mo ti ń wà. Ọlọ́rọ̀ kẹ̀yìn olórí burúkú ní skẹ́tì sọ. Aláyé gba ìdílé Panama lórí. Aláǹkárá sọ̀rọ̀ ló ṣì. Alọ́kọ̀ àǹkárá ti 2,000 ní Oṣòdì. Àwa àfihàn àfihàn kìíní. Olórí ibú. Rèrè ń parọ́ pọ́jọ́ kan lẹ́nu ẹ̀fẹ̀ bíi Sami Jojo gbọ́dọ̀ iṣẹ́ yìí ò ṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀ ní ilé ni mo ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìyàwó ló ṣe Sami Jojo. But tó ń ṣe ìyàwó tó lè ṣe máa ń jókòó sí ilé every time ìyàwó yẹn wọn ló ṣì aláyé bàjẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́yìn ló pa Mohbad olórí burúkú ní Panama.
Ó yẹ ká béèrè lọ́wọ́ Sami Jojo ibo tọ́rọ̀ kẹ́yìn yẹn wà for real bí ó máa ṣe gbogbo wa ní stress yìí.
mo fi ìpè Sami Jojo ní ọpọlọ àgbà tí máa gbọ́ tí Sami Jojo máa ní ọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́yìn tó wà lórí ibi fóònù tí ó ní pé ṣé fóònù yẹn ṣé òun mímọ́ ló jí fóònù yẹn ni. I was just like, Sami Jojo ayé ẹ ti bàjẹ́ o. Mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ wíṣí wà tí godmother mi ṣe máa ń bu ẹ tó ní òòlọ́pọ̀lọ́. Mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá confirm pé ẹ̀gọ́. I
have another question for you, Mide, since you are here. Why is your godmother creating one people won't defend Fireboy and say what's going on?
No, woman, you're part of Mide Duro, one of our patients, you know. I shall review medication. No, 7 days. Medication. No, I
will not take that. No, I will not.
I don't give a F. I don't give a F. Your godmother is sick upstairs.
No.
Sheikh Mide said will not be your patient like this.
No, I will not accept that. God will she's on you.
Imagine godmother which is
ṣé mo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé ṣẹ́rí Suzy ní kò sí tí godmother mi fẹ́ tì sí kò sí ọ̀rẹ́ máa lọ́ọ̀rẹ́ náà ṣé wèrè ò ní lọ́ọ̀rẹ́ ni so godmother mi ṣe àṣẹ.
a máa sọ̀rọ̀ bíi ẹlẹ́gbàá patient.
Ẹni godmother wà láì mo dé pápẹ́lẹ̀ for the next week ni mo máa lọ sí ilé.
Mo dá sẹ́ni bí.
Ọ̀túnba ilẹ̀ pẹpẹ. Óyá ilẹ̀ pẹpẹ.
Ó lè ṣe yẹn bàbọ́. Má jẹ́ bọ́ o.
Ẹ dúró tó ló jẹ́ òtún bàbọ́.
Ó jẹ́ òtún bàbọ́.
Mide ṣé o ní moderation bí ni? Mide mi ò moderation.
Ó jẹ́ òtún bàbọ́ Mide.
Ta ló wá já Mide náà bọ̀?
Ta ló já Mide bọ̀ bọ̀ yà? Ta ló já Mide bọ̀? Abẹ́fẹ́ ló já Mide bọ̀ ni.
I don't know.
Ẹ wo
Bless her page.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ kí nìkan fún yín tẹ́ mọ̀ nípa godmother.
Mo ní wọ́n ìbàkẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ sí godmother.
Let me tell you something about your god.
I don't want. Don't tell me anything about my godmother.
Midé o máa mute Ọ̀túnba. Witness, Midé máa mute Ọ̀túnba. Midé o
godmother ó wọ́ sí ju Kàrímọ́ lọ.
Jesus Christ.
Gbogbo nǹkan tí Kàrímọ́ ń ṣe.
Ọ̀túnba network yóò dá.
No, don't do that, Omide. Don't do that.
Ṣé rí gbogbo nǹkan tí Kàrímọ́ ń ṣe?
Ọ̀túnba bestie escapade náà ni o, bestie escapade náà ni.
Gbogbo nǹkan tí Kàrímọ́ ṣe àràbù ni. Torí pé Kàrímọ́ ó jẹ́ fámílì Wùmí làwọn èèyàn ṣe ń lísì sí. Ṣé ẹ rí godmother Midé? Gbogbo ọ̀nà tí Wùmí fi máa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ń wá.
Ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn, Wùmí ò lè ṣẹ̀wọ̀n ní iná dream.
godmother Midé òun ló competition máwọn dàrúsà àdúrà àti Wùmí.
Kò bá àkọ́ ọ̀wé ìdàgbàsókè.
godmother ní sùúrù Midé godmother Midé ló sponsor prime boy.
Mo mọ̀ yẹn Ọ̀túnba.
Coming back Wùmí sí quest godmother Midé ni.
Àti competition ká bá
ìgbà tí godmother Midé àti Jòsí ń jà torí Jòsí pé ó gbọ́ràn sí lẹ́nu ni ó fẹ́ kí torí pé Jòsí ò gbọ́ràn sí godmother Midé lẹ́nu ni ó fẹ́ kí Jòsí kó sùn Wùmí nǹkan tó ń fàjà wọn nìyẹn.
Mo mọ̀ yẹn Ọ̀túnba.
godmother Midé ó ń ná owó burúkú láti get Wùmí arrested. Ẹ wá ní kí n má ṣe pé fún.
Ọ̀túnba èèyàn tó ṣe nǹkan burúkú fún yàn ló lè ṣe nǹkan tó máa dá fún yàn lọ́la.
You're not being honest with yourself.
You're
not being honest.
Me?
If you love somebody, yeah, you should be able to say the facts and the right.
Yes, I'm actually saying the fact to my godmother. Joke about
don't take me serious.
Inquest one day. My shall go the platform. Oh Lord, professor, won't do the next week. You go by inquest because I just want to only one way with me. But come on, she was so happy, as if like she was so happy, like only was she woman born inquest. In my head, I was just like why this woman was so happy when we born inquest. No, let me just wait till next week. Inquest. Outcome láti rí inquest yẹn tí wá ṣe wá gorí platform mi. Ó wọ́n kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ sóhun ṣé mi àìtọ́ ṣe náà náà máa fún lọ́rọ̀.
Kò bá àgbẹ̀ kòtò sílẹ̀ jù báyẹn lọ.
You like it or not, ìpè mi ló máa pa ẹ́rì sí. Àdàbí tí Wùmí bá mọ̀ nípa ikú ọkọ.
Ṣé mo pín ìyàwó ọkùn tó sìn ṣé mo bẹ́ẹ̀.
I don't care. Wọn bá jẹ́ àlè ọkùn tó sìn. Ọkùn tó sìn gan bọ́ yẹn fẹ́ wọn tán ọkùn tó sìn yìí máa ń bá sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀.
Ìbá bímọ fún ọkùn tó sìn ìgbà tó kàn mí.
Mo ní petition to ban escapade and Midé from this platform.
They play my Foward. They are like no fit ban us for waiting. You don't forget to be barista.
Don't worry, as the manager of the panel, you submit your application to the.
Do me, wake up. Can't wake up. This team up, wake up. I get people for this platform. For who? No. What they want me? I be barista.
No, joke about Lady Iris is very wicked though.
Yeah, she's very wicked. She's a
very equal person.
And she's not
Ṣé gbogbo wọn tó súnmọ́ Jòsí? Gbogbo wọn tó súnmọ́ Jòsí, kan ṣe wọ́n àtàkì Jòsí nsìn ìkà ni wọ́n. Èèyàn ò ní láti súnmọ́ Jòsí bíi tiwọn yẹn kó tó mọ orí ìwà tí Jòsí máa wò, kó tó mọ orí èèyàn tí Jòsí jẹ́, kó tó mọ the kind of justice tí Jòsí ń wá. Ìkà ni gbogbo wọn ṣe mọ Jòsí. Kan tó bá Jòsí sọ̀rọ̀ lásán kan tó tún mọ wọn mọ orí èèyàn tí Jòsí jẹ́. Because Jòsí ò dance to their tunes. Òun ṣe wá àtàkì Jòsí. Gbogbo ilé ìtọ́ṣẹ́ wá ń ṣe é sìn rán ni. Nǹkan tó ń plan pẹ̀lú Jòsí sí Wùmí, Jòsí kò fọ́lò wọn. Nǹkan tó ń fàjà wọn nìyẹn. Kò sí nǹkan tí Jòsí ti ṣẹ̀ wọ́n. Jòsí ò sọ́pọ́ọ̀tì gbogbo ọ̀nà tó bẹ́ẹ̀ fi gbà táàkì wù mí ni. That is just it. Gbogbo èpè tó ṣẹ̀ wá ń sẹ́ǹsì èèyàn burúkú ni Jòsí, nǹkan kan ni Jòsí, irọ́ náà ń pa, ìkà ni wọ́n. Wọ́n ní èké ní pewú, èpè ní pulè. Èpè ní gbogbo wọn, èpè ló máa pa gbogbo wọn. Gbogbo ègún tí Jòsí sọ yẹn ti Gíásì àtòrí Érísì ló ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹ máa wò ó, nígbà tó náà bá máa fi wọn ṣe lẹ́yà.
Túbà, dádì wa, ìgbà tẹ́ bá rí ibo ni ìpá máa wà ní ara ní ara Érísì ẹjọ́ ẹ bá mi.
Àìmọ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ máa gbé bẹ́yìn ṣèbí fún
Wàhálà àtọ̀ méjì àdẹ́skápẹ́ godmother báyìí o.
Ọ̀túnba nígbà tí godmother mi bọ́ kàlá lọ ṣé ẹ̀fọ́ sára ẹ̀fọ́ sára.
Ọ̀túnba ìbàdàn ní kí Érísì wá sọpàǹsì kí lè fẹ́ kọ́kù tó sì yí mo lè fẹ́ kọ́kù tó sì gbà wọlé sí.
Tọ́ǹkù tó sì bá nìyẹn, tọ́ǹkù tó sì bá lọ forí kó, tọ́ǹkù tó sì lọ mọ́.
Yóò di ẹ bọ́ ṣe embarrass ìyàwó yín. Mi láìkí ẹ̀ ọlọ́run sí ọ̀sẹ̀ Ọ̀túnba nítorí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe jẹ́ ló bá ń pẹ̀lú mi.
Kó tètè yá aṣáájú náà.
Ọlọ́run tó bá yan mi ní yín o tó bá ń pẹ̀lú mi lògókè tó wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí godmother mi Ọlọ́run mo ti máa ṣe nǹkan tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi fẹ́ ni àsán.
Nígbé fún ara ẹ, níwà tó fẹ́ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ gan máa kọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀tì.
But okay, àti gbọ́ Ọ̀túnba. Sísè máa wá sí wẹ́ẹ̀dì.
Ní sùúrù, ṣé ọmọ pé Jọ́sìsì ti tán? Fúrátàsì ló kù.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ṣé dẹ̀ rí Ọlọ́run ẹni ṣe wà láìka Ọ̀túnba o.
Ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ ẹni tó fẹ́ gbé píkṣọ̀ mi dé ti dàgẹ̀ kó lè pè.
Sábẹ̀ ló I swear.
Olúmọ̀ọ́dé ìyá ń sọ fún mi jẹ́sìn. Tó ìbá ní godmother tí ìyá godmother bá ń jẹ́, wọ́n fẹ́ sí Nàìjíríà tó lọ sábẹ́.
Wàhálà ló tún wọ̀.
Ṣé gbulẹ̀ dẹ̀ lọ gbà mí níbi tí mo
Wàhálà ti padà wọ district Pẹ̀lẹ́mídé.
Ọlọ́run ṣé gbulẹ̀ ti bá mi ta Ọ̀túnba. Ọlọ́run tí bá fẹ́ ṣe jẹ́ ni o, fẹ́ ṣe jẹ́ ni o. Ok, Ọ̀túnba.
Níjó, ọkọ̀ náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo láìpẹ́ tètè lọ wá godmother mi.
Mo wá rí godmother gidi kò sáwọn èèyàn lórí TikTok yìí.
Lọ báwọn àbẹ̀fẹ́, wọ́n bẹ wá godmother.
Àbẹ̀fẹ́ is aunty no mummy àbẹ̀fẹ́ is my mom. No.
Mo ní wọ́n bẹ wá godmother.
Susie máa bẹ́tà mi dé àbá.
Ja Michael, I reject in the name of Jesus. Orí ìyá mi kọ́, orí bàbá mi kọ́, ẹlẹ́dàá mi kọ́, ja.
Súsì tó jẹ́ pẹ́rẹ́ wù mí ló máa pa. Súsì tí ó lè fẹ́ lọ sáré náà lè fẹ́ gbé Súsì lọ sáré o.
No, Ọ̀túnba ọ̀rọ̀ Wùmí àtọ̀rọ̀ Tọ́lání tẹ́ bá mọ̀ bó ṣe despise Tọ́lání tó.
Barrister Mide, Queen Mother is down there and Queen Mother is really nice. She's educated.
I think this Queen Mother, mo fi pé side ọ̀dọ̀ wọn lọ́wọ́ o.
No, she's been Wùmí o. No.
Yeah.
No.
Because I saw her on is it not?
No, she goes there to engage them. She goes there to engage
Tó wà ní comment section, Queen Mother ti yín kọ́ ló ń sọ o. Queen Mother lálùbáríkà ni ti yín o. Mi ò mọ bí Mídé ti kàgbákò Queen Mother ti ẹ o. Ẹjọ́ ẹni bá ọmọ fámìlì Mídé ẹ lọ́sẹ̀ sílé o.
Ọ̀túnba ẹni tí lọ sọ ìṣèlú náà.
Ọ̀túnba ṣe kábàáyé review today Mídé náà ni kábàáyé àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ká review.
Júmi ti bọ́lẹ̀ Ọlọ́run àwọn tó dẹ̀ máa ẹ̀rọ tó máa support mi ò dẹ̀ wá sí lórí seat escape máa bọ̀ lókè náà bọ́lí bíi wíwá you go soon no go soon. Abati wá bàtì lọ jẹ́ wá bàtì.
Ẹ má fi ọrùn mi dé ní.
Abati ò sí òun náà.
Àbàtì kọ́ ló yẹ kó wá náà, Sisi Jẹ́jẹ́ ló yẹ kó wá náà.
Olóòlù jẹ́ ìyẹn máa dá ó ṣe
ó ṣe wá ń béèrè bẹ́ẹ̀ sátífíkẹ́ẹ̀tì nígbà Mohbad máa pé ìyá tó kú. Láyàdọ̀ ràtì, ó bára t-shirt àti ṣẹ́ẹ̀tì mẹ́ta 5 pounds, ọkùnrin lọ́wọ́, òun náà ó ń gbọ́dọ̀nà tẹ̀lé láyàdọ̀ ràtì lórí.
Tí wàá kọ́lé èèyàn kan nìyẹn.
Ẹgbẹ́ kìíní yìí wá èmi ló kàn.
Ọ̀túnba escapade rèé orí Instagram lè àwọn escapade máa ń wà.
Escapade, this is my good advice. Mo fẹ́ náà bẹ̀rẹ̀. Má lọ sórí pláfọ́ọ̀mù Erísìmọ́. O má lọ bala kó.
Ẹ máa try gan.
Ọ̀túnba ìjọ mo fẹ́ sọ nǹkan kan ẹ má bínú ẹ káàsán everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Ọ̀túnba mo máa anytime tí ẹ bá wà ní orí platform anyone ẹ rántí pé mo máa always support yín because mi ò support àwọn tó ń parọ́ tó máa ní òní ṣe lé because mo máa always sọ fún wọn pé you cannot say Wunmi did this until proven guilty. That has always been my stand and kò sẹ́ni tó lè change it. But lately, mi ò bá Harry sọ̀rọ̀, but ìgbà tí mo rí pé ó ti wá ń change mind ẹ̀ tó ti ń rí light, mo lọ sórí platform ẹ̀ bí àìmẹ́ta. Mo dẹ̀ rí bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n accuse Wunmi wrongly. Mo ní now you are seeing the light. So èmi feel pé most of them didn't read the right thing, wọ́n ti mọ̀ the right thing. Bóyá wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ wọn kò fẹ́ accept ni. But right now, you can see a lot of them. Wọ́n ti ń change gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ bó ṣe ń parọ́ mọ́ wọn lọ́mọ. Èyí tẹ́ ní ọmọ tẹ́yìn náà bímọ yín tẹ́jẹ̀ máa parọ́ mọ́ wọn lọ́mọ tẹ́jẹ̀ máa accuse ọmọ lọ́mọ wrongly. You know?
Queen mother ẹ má bínú. Ṣé ẹ lè tẹ́ lórí ìsìn sọ yẹn? Àárín wọn àti Jòsí ló wà. Hatred tó ní sí Jòsí plan ẹ̀ kò wọ́ọ̀kì òun lè ṣe èdè tó jáde tó wá ń sọ nǹkan tó ń sọ yẹn ṣé ẹ rí pẹ́ẹ́lì tí Wunmi lọ iṣẹ́ Aries ló sponsor ẹ̀ òun ló gba lọ́yà fún prime boy òun ló ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ìkà ní Aries bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń wò yẹn ìkà èèyàn ni gbogbo ọ̀nà tí Wunmi fi máa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n ló ń wá olórí burúkú ni ẹ má trust ẹ̀.
Ẹ jẹ́ n buttress the point yìí Ọ̀túnba. Ṣé mọ̀ pé nígbà tí wọ́n ní kọ́kọ́ kinní fún wèrè Kẹ̀rímọ́ ká má rí mọ́ olòṣì ọmọ àjàrà àbúkù òṣì yẹn. Aries ló kọ́ tán fi kọ́kọ́ lé kúrò níbi iṣẹ́ tó wà. Aries ló kọ lẹ́tà yẹn. Lọ́mọlọ́mọ fi sá kúrò.
Wọ́n ò lé Kàrímọ́ kúrò níbi iṣẹ́ náà.
She said it. Aries said it. No, Aries said it on her show.
So Aries is for Dari.
Tó ní pé kí Queen ó take over lórí Kàrímọ́.
Owó làwọn kọ lẹ́tà yẹn tán fi lé kúrò níbi iṣẹ́.
Irọ́ ni wọ́n lé Aries ń parọ́. Kàrímọ́ kọ̀ change location wọ́n lé Kàrímọ́.
Sherry, me, nǹkan tẹ́mi rí right is when there are two sides, if there are two sides to an issue, okay, àwọn kan support, àwọn kan support. It is normal. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem is when people start getting vile and vicious and all of those things. Many of them on that side, they are there because they have this belief that they believe in whatever they believe in. There's some of them, but there are some of them that are just vile and vicious, that are just wicked, right? With Aries, the first day I met her, she came with one theory that Liam is Elegushi is the father of Liam. And she read, was on Paparano's platform, so she read this theory, she did a research, Oloba on your office, Uba Chinese or Uba Indians or Uba all countries, of the picture of Liam, at the picture of Naira Marley, picture of Mohbad, picture of Sam Larry, picture of Elegushi, and our results, most of the people picked Elegushi. That was her theory then, and I was attacking her saying this doesn't make sense, blah, blah, blah. But one thing you will not take away from Lady Aries is passion. And I think passion is key to whatever you believe in. Even though if you're on the right side, if you believe this is what you believe and you follow it through. Then in the case of Wunmi, when she wrote that petition that the telephone thing with Wunmi Baba Basolo telephone, it's still based on her passion that no, this because everybody was saying Wunmi should be sued for that conversation with Baba. And she followed it through, she got a lawyer, she did that petition, even though Baba didn't sign. This is passion aside from somebody being VAR. When you want to talk about VAR people in that side, Bayo to me is number one. Bayo, Confi, all those ones. Even Paparano is just cruising. Paparano cruises. It's not like he won't really say Paparano is wicked, even though he says all those things that he says. Most of it is cruise and based on what it is. Hold on. At the time, but now many of them are now saying, you see, when you pick a side, this is what I'm saying. When you pick a side, some people are dogged. You don't see anything else apart from what you believe in your head. And if people genuinely believe in what they believe in their head, even if it's wrong, then I don't really for them as long as they don't go vile or vicious about it. Because at every point in time, there'll be somebody 100% cannot be on one side or not any matter. Think about if somebody picks somebody on the street and shoots that person, to shoot them, there will still be one or two people that will say, oh, self-defense, that will say, oh, he had the right to choose. 100% will never be. But as long as you're on that side and you're not overly like vicious or wicked about it, people will, because they are not on our side, you see them as they're saying that will make it. It's because in their own head, that is what they want to see at that point in time. You get what I'm saying? That is when I see
it. Let me say something. I disagree with you saying that Bayo is not Bayo-Bolide. I mean, Bayo is Bayo-Bolide. That is like actually the opposite. Because if you think about it, Bayo is all talks, no breaks. It's all like, oh, talk. How many petitions did Bayo write? 0. How many petitions did Comfy write? I can't stand Comfy because of the question on the kids. That one is a nuisance. I can stand her. But Lady Harris, she knows the truth in her head. She knows the truth.
This is what we're assuming.
No, it's not. She says it herself.
No, I'm telling you that the day I met, hold on, Savage, the day I met Lady Iris, she came with a theory to say that Elegushi is the father of Liam, and she went all through. She read the report for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, and I was aware of that, but what I'm saying is, she being vows the fact that she wants to run after every single of these people. She wrote the petition against Wumi. She wrote the petition against Adura. She wrote the petition against Darosha. She's the one. Which is why she and Josie do not agree, because Josie said he doesn't want to sue his daughter-in-law.
Yeah,
that is exactly what being vow is.
That is passion in what you believe in.
That's not passion.
It is in what you believe in.
No, that's not being passion. She is vow. She's wicked.
No, see, we keep getting it, we keep mixing it up. See, if you believe something as you are discounting this theory thing. Somebody came with a theory that Elegushi is the father, and she started by saying that Elegushi is a police officer, debunked and said Elegushi is not a police officer, blah, blah, blah. But she still believe, Beiro say Elegushi lo billion, because I spoke with, she did hypothesis, she did everything, she went the whole length, and she still believed at that time that Elegushi was the father. So you get what I'm saying? That in our own head,
That's the stupid belief, though. That's like lack of common sense.
No, that's what I'm saying, that when there is a side, it doesn't matter if there's a side, if there's an issue, there's side A, side B. It doesn't matter if side A is right or side B is right. The side B that is wrong, I don't mind them being wrong, as long as they genuinely believe in their head that what they are supporting is right. You get what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I'm purposely supporting this thing to be wicked. In their own head.
What's doing, though? That's what she's doing.
Hold on, please.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Do you not want to tell me that Aries Omo, as knowledgeable as she is,
exactly, she's educated. She's educated now, so you're telling me that she's
education does not decide the side that you're on. This is where we're getting it wrong. You can be educated and be on either side.
Remember, you and I were there yesterday morning?
Yeah.
Okay, so my conclusion when it comes to Aries is that, yeah, I agree with you, but with colorful Jenfi Obasi. Now, if as smart as she is, if your passion, right, is causing harm or negatively affecting, victimizing, and intentionally causing harm to another, then I think it's time for that passion to be examined, right? Lady Aries is vicious.
You can talk about the truth.
Hold on. He's smart. She is intelligent, and she then intentionally creates these conspiracy theories around Wunmi, knowing fully well what these outcomes will be. My problem with her, yesterday you were there when we were talking about the autopsy result. Where did she get that depth from? Because in the autopsy, and she intentionally tried to manipulate what she said, what she has already said ahead, and trying to make me look like I didn't know what I was talking about. My problem is, why did she intentionally put that depth in there?
What happened yesterday? I think both of you mixed it up. But what she was talking about was the depth.
It's not. There was no depth in the autopsy result.
No, she wasn't talking about the autopsy result. She said depth 6. I don't know the figure is what you're talking about. I don't know where she got that from.
Question.
She said 6 centimeters.
Her, Esther, listen. My question to her when she said something, and I'm saying, is that from the autopsy? And she read the autopsy results, and she said it was 6 centimeters deep. That it was 6 centimeters deep. And I asked her, how can how can a superficial wound in any way be deep? And she said,
I think this is where you got it wrong. She said a 6 centimeter wound is not superficial, meaning that it is deep. That's what she said.
6 centimeters is either its length. It cannot be deep. Do you know what 6 centimeters look like?
We are going back the same thing again. This is the mix-up yesterday. She was talking about depth. You are talking about width. And then it was the mix-up. And then she repeated that she's talking about depth. But you were talking that it could be the width of the injury.
I'm talking about how can it be in depth? A superficial wound cannot be deep. That's what I was talking to her about.
No, you are mixing it up again.
Saying that it's not superficial. That's what she's saying.
Yeah, she said it's deep. You are contradicting it.
She said it's deep.
Yeah, she said it's not superficial. That's what she said.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling her, that it is not, it's superficial. So there's no way it's going to be deep. You guys need to, that woman is very smart.
Basically what she was saying, that maybe they like mislabeled the wound, that it's not supposed to be like a superficial wound. I think that's what she was trying to say. That it's deep,
she said this was her statement. She said a 6 centimeter wound is not superficial, right? But the crown jewel then came and read, you said you Googled it.
Mm-hmm.
And then your Google said that a 6 centimeter, I can't remember how you put it, but
a superficial wound, if I remember, is that it's a wound that is just like on the outermost, is like the layer of the skin.
Yes, that's what she said now. But 6 centimeters, she now said.
But she is contesting that. She's contesting that.
No, she's not talking about what is. Initially she talked about the endodermis or whatever. She was using those terms that. A skin that the injury, the superficial injury would be like just a scratch.
Sorry, escapade. You say that wound, is, we have 3 layers of the skin, the surface, the medium part, and the lower part. Mm-hmm. So the wound is in between the first layer and the second layer. It's not deep.
Let us go back to yesterday. This is our statement. A 6 centimeter wound is not superficial.
Yeah.
And then she said, did you Google 6 centimeter? Did they say exactly? She was correct, but you came back and you were arguing saying
hold on. She said a 6 centimeter, because they said 6 centimeter, then it means that wound is not superficial.
Yeah, that's what she said.
But Johnny Sai is saying that they were saying that the wound was in length and not like the depth of it.
Yes.
But she was talking, this is where it got me. She said depth. And you kept arguing with, which she said, I'm talking about depth. And then she said, escapade, can you help me out here? Because she kept talking depth. You kept saying, you even mentioned that it could be 9 centimeters if it's a width that is And she's saying, no, I'm talking about depth.
I'm talking about length. In length, a 6 centimeters wound, a superficial wound can be really yes.
Yes, superficial wound can be 20 centimeters, can be 50 centimeters in length.
So she is talking about depth.
Yes,
and that is not correct.
She said depth. She said a 6 centimeter wound is not superficial
anymore.
In depth. That's what she said, and she's right.
Do we know how deep is 6 centimeters? How deep is 6 centimeters?
No, that's very, very correct. If it's 6 centimeters deep, it's not superficial anymore. That's correct.
Do you know what 6 centimeters look like?
That's why she said, okay, did you Google 6 centimeters when you were talking with her?
Anything above 3 would have penetrated in.
Exactly, 6 centimeters would penetrate the upper skin now.
To go far above the skin, to go inside the bed. So I feel like it was a misconception.
It was a mix-up, yeah.
It wasn't like you were wrong, but you didn't understand where Aries was coming from.
Yeah, Aries was talking depth, you were talking length. This is where there was a confusion.
But wait, may I have a question? So was she saying that Mohbad wound was 6 centimeters deep?
I don't know where she got that from. I don't know where she got that from.
Exactly. You guys did not understand. That was my argument with her. Where did she get that depth from?
But she was just talking generally 6 centimeters.
When you want to approach that
statement, so then that's different if you're talking generally.
Yeah, she was describing deep and superficial. She now said,
my problem is, where did she get that depth from? Where did she get it from?
No,
was
okay,
it in the measurement?
You know one thing about people, right? When people want to explain this thing, right? People don't use the right phrase. Some people just want to say 6 centimeters. They don't specify. But you've been away. So you got it wrong, and then I think both sides got it wrong too. You get?
No, but she kept emphasizing that I'm talking depth. That's what she said. Help me out here. And I said she's talking depth.
Yes, because she kept saying depth. There was no depth in the autopsy result.
Okay, no, can I ask you a question? The autopsy result. She was talking about.
You cannot use the depth. You cannot. Once it's superficial, you cannot.
That's different.
She said exactly.
My problem, I think, where the confusion came from. I wasn't talking about the general.
I think the crowd was talking about Mohbad, and
I was talking about the autopsy, and that's how she confuses the audience, and that's why I didn't know.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. You said maybe probably the words used was wrong.
It was being manipulated.
What should we say now when the police say?
Let me tell you what you do.
If you were there yesterday, you'd understand.
I think I get it now. Hold on. I think I get it. The crowd was talking about Mohbad. The Aries was just speaking in general.
I was talking about Mohbad.
Savage, you know when the confusion started?
It's not talking in general.
She cannot be talking about Mohbad.
No, she's talking about Mohbad.
That is why I was there. I was on the panel. Let me explain.
Let me explain what happened. The rain in the house. Ló bí sọ pé tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n jà tóòtọ́, a jẹ́ pé rain yẹn ló gún Mohbad lápá. The diary is talking about deep.
So what Savage, what happened yesterday?
How deep the road is. The diary is all wrong by me.
Okay, so what happened yesterday was it started with, like Otumba said, it started with the injury, blah, 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 blah. She then veered into, describing what a deep cut and a superficial, like somebody said, the testimony given was saying that it was superficial, right? And then she said, if he bled profusely, I don't think that can be superficial. And then she started talking about superficial and deep wound. She said a 6 centimeter cannot be superficial. So where she got that 6 from is where now confused Joel, because they were talking about Mohbad's injury and then she started talking about 6 centimeters. So that was where the whole confusion now started. Because I don't know where she got the 6 centimeter from. Myself, I don't know. But what the statement she made was a 6 centimeter injury cannot be superficial. It's not superficial, which is where.
And I came up and I asked her, did you get that from the autopsy? And she said yes.
Oh, I didn't hear her say yes. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, and she said yes. That's why you guys did say. She said, I said, did you get that from the autopsy? Can you read it? And she started reading it that a superficial wound. The autopsy stated a superficial wound. And that's why I started arguing with her. That's how she manipulates. Look, if you're not careful when it comes to Aries, you have to be on your guard. Aries is very manipulative. I used to be like you. Ask everybody here. I have a very soft spot for her. Ask Chef T and everyone else. But yesterday was my last straw with her. Because if I was not listening to myself and I didn't know the question put to her. When she said 6 centimeters, I asked her, where did you get that from?
But did anybody? I don't think anyone would have measured that injury to know how deep it was. Or so was there any? I think Phoebe is saying that the millimeter was mentioned in the autopsy.
Yeah, my question. Like, does anybody know what the autopsy said?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I've not read. I said, where did you get that from? She said the autopsy, and he said, and that's why he started arguing that if the autopsy is saying a superficial wound, the superficial wound can never be 6 centimeters deep, which I agree. But where did she get that deep or depth from? Then I put that question to her again. Then she started manipulating. I said, where did you get that 6 centimeters depth from? Is that from the autopsy?
Exactly. Crown. The differences should have just been if she was referring to the depth or like the other thing. How do they call it? Width or depth. You get
width.
Yeah, width or depth. Because it's supposed to be one phrase, not just like, when these people read their own CTC or they read their own summary, the way they come and explain it for you, they will jump a part that you would need a clarity on. So I understand where you're coming from. In most cases, you always have to.
No, Aries, if you are not careful, she will make you look like a dumb ass.
You know what I was going to say earlier. If you want to like deal with some people like this, you have to go their route to point out the missing part. You have to follow them so that you will be like you're listening to them. You will not point out.
Yes, you have to make them say what that thing you want them to say.
You will not argue with them.
I did. I said, where did you get this from? She said, autopsy. She said, okay. I'm like, what did the autopsy result say? Can you read it out loud? She read it. You guys know the way she read it.
She didn't read the autopsy yesterday, though.
He said
she just made it up from her mind.
Yeah, she didn't read the autopsy yesterday.
Yeah, but that's what she said. I said, where did you get that deep from? She said, from the autopsy. I said, that does not make any sense. If there were medical examiners who went through this, that's where my head started exploding. As far even when we say Nigeria is that bad, I don't think medical examiners will put down a report that says there was a superficial wound that is 6 centimeters deep. It doesn't make any sense.
All right, Crown Jewel, what do you think about the words, the language the police used previously? Is that not too, it damaged things? What do you think about that?
You can't, when it comes to police,
how can they say the damaged things?
Is when it comes to people bleeding, everybody's different. It depends on like what you have in your system, if you are taking blood thinners and all that kind of stuff. So it depends on. That's what I'm like. I don't know what the police see. So you can't really take the police car seriously that way.
There is nothing like bleeding profusely being
profusely.
So people are trying to misinterpret it. You don't measure it. It's just like they say plenty. Yeah, it's just like just trying to stretch it. You can say plenty. Plenty can be 100, 1,000.
And the thing is, time to you, that thing might be plenty and it might be small to me. You get, so it's subjective. So I don't know why they keep holding on to that word. It doesn't make sense.
I feel like they can only be able to explain better if they had seen the amount of.
Only quantify what you see. None of this.
Exactly.
So how do you say really?
The fact still remains that
Aries is trying to defend Prime Boy. So
the fact still remains that Aries.
My question is why. My question is why is she trying to defend Prime Boy out of nowhere? What's the issue? Why?
I was done with her.
Everybody has freedom of choice.
Exactly. This is why I don't know why
you have freedom to choose with me.
Exactly. Just like the issue with King White, and this is why the King White issue should be big.
Like Dad said, everybody have a freedom of maybe
choice, interest.
Okay.
You have your freedom.
Yeah, I agree with you. But why Aries was so bent?
His intention.
This is what people believe in now.
Wait. I'll give you an example, right?
Excuse me. Let me land. Prime Boy is one of the prime suspects. Why is he? Aries want to remove a Prime Boy and replace Prime Boy with Wumi.
Why did she do that though?
The thing is, she doesn't have the power to do that though.
She said yesterday when the crowd here was there that injury, Mohbad didn't sustain that injury at the show.
It was me and Dabs that was tackling her now. Maybe we were there.
Injury only lẹ́ni nígbà tí Wumi àti Mohbad ń jà. Bóyá Wumi ti Mohbad lóore.
Yeah, she's saying that she's assuming and assuming stuff.
Sherry, tó bá yẹ pé èèyàn fi apá gé láti rè ó máa fẹ̀ jù yẹn lọ. Gíláàsì ibi tó ti pọ́ǹchì yẹn òun ló bí Mohbad tó ibẹ̀ yẹn kéré.
Ó fi wá bí pẹ̀lú ẹ̀gbọ́n nìyẹn.
Tó bá gbé rè ló máa ya ni rè yẹn máa ya owó yẹn ni.
No,
See, yesterday, it was me and Dabs that were tackling, that were on the panel tackling the theories. That demonstration, right? That thing that she said, if we look at it, if we want to be objective now, right? If you punch a glass, really, except something happens, at least your wrist would be bruised, right? Then maybe the sharpness or whatever would maybe eat that part of Mohbad and that is. So when they say those things too, if you look at it objectively, we're thinking, okay, really, maybe they have a point. But my own counter is always that. But Spending saw it. So Spending saw that he hit the glass and injured his hand. But the demonstration of it, whether it's possible or not, only an expert and the car manufacturers can do that. Or except they reenact that. Because if you punch a glass, and your wrist would, it glass back for, my wrist, my cut.
You cannot even get the same action.
Exactly. So when they say
probability, so I don't know why this guy, even if Aries wants to recreate that thing, she would literally get the same results 1 out of 100, which is like a probability thing. So it's not like
you can never
every action cannot bring the same results. So I don't know why she always wants to say she wants to go and recreate that. It's not possible.
She was just trying to. She was bringing assumptions into it yesterday, and me, you, and Crown Joe were tackling her yesterday. She at some point she got fed up that she wanted to talk about Baba, but we're not allowing her.
I just believe one thing. These people have decided to pick their preference of where they want to support, who they want to support. Because if you want to support something, you have to choose how you defend what you support. With me personally, I feel like we only have problem with what they support because it literally affects what we also support as well. Because Aries is trying to protect our own belief. You get same way we also come here to defend with me as well. So we cannot blame them for having their own choice and preference, but
she can have her own choice and preference.
Exactly. But my own concern is the fact that Aries' opinion or Aries' findings or Aries' evidence cannot change the outcome of the courts or cannot change the judgment.
That's where a lot of us get it wrong.
We need to take out the emotion. We need to take the emotion away.
On the internet, especially you, Dax, you know me. When it comes to, I try to go on different platforms. I try to take emotions out of things. But I was done with Aries yesterday.
You don't know Aries then?
I was done with her because with me, she's not open-minded. A person like me, I can listen to anyone from other side. I can listen to anybody, and then let's argue. But Aries is not the kind of person. When you have made up your mind already, why ask us to come there and argue? Why? When you have already made up your mind that this is the thing. This is what is going on. Oh, I'm not changing my mind. I'm fixed. She's fixated on getting like the ring of Wumi. I am for Wumi, but if anything comes up today that is pointing out to that, oh, Wumi could be involved in this thing, then I'm gonna go back and examine this for myself. You know, but she's not willing to take anything else into account.
The thing is, that's why I can't stand her, though. You can't change her. That's just her.
What I see, I mean, I think I discussed it with Mommy the other day. The two, where we are right now is that all of us, even us and them, we are assuming, right? But the thing is, our own, because we're all not there. The reason why I'm on this side is that the assumption on this side has backings, has evidence to guide it, right? Their own does not have any evidence.
Uh-huh.
They don't have any evidence to say that Wumi did it. They're just assuming and assuming. Our own assumption is that Wumi couldn't have done it because XYZ, so people were there. This, a nurse came in, a nurse injected. So we still have some things to back up our own assumption. Both sides are assuming. But on their side, there is not one single thing that they can even use to prop that assumption a little bit to say, okay, because of this, yes, Wumi did it. And that's the difference. So each time you speak to them, don't expect them to have evidence to give to you. They will still use that their assumption.
Me and Dabs, maybe I've not asked Dabs, me and him, we meet even at MFN. When no one was going to her, I went to her, you know, and I try to be this thing objective. But Aries, at this point, I cannot contain her. I can't.
You know what you've been able to realize is that one thing that me personally I feel like we should all take into consideration is when they want to give their submission or when they want to narrate their own perspective, you must follow them in order to make them get awareness to what they're talking about. You have to follow their route. You have to follow their perspective. From there, you will definitely pick out your own points. If she says, okay, there's an injury on this and there's a blah, 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 but autopsy came back. The same autopsy she was trying to use to explain, you can also pick your own point from that. So is it that she doesn't...
exactly what I did. And she was
So I hope she's already bought her ticket to go for the
inquest.
Okay, now you don't drink the zobo with that.
See, their number one witness that they all rely on is spending. Because most of these things they're carrying are spending that said it. It's spending that said that they fought from the show to the house. When they got to the house, they was fighting. But the same spending.
So do you listen to Bukky? Came up with another theory yesterday on Saturday that she was like, okay, pay Adura, pa láti be Adura, pay Adura ni ẹni tó lè mú àwọn dé bí ló lè mú àwọn dé.
Man, no the year Bukky said Bukky won't
But the point, see, the way you'd always hold them on spending is when you now say, okay, but spending said there was a fight. Spending is the only one that has given evidence that he saw the fight.
Spending was in the front seat. Spending was in the front seat of that car.
They will now tell you, oh, no, there was no fight, but they want to believe that Wumi and Mohbad had the fight in there. The same Spending said it. So why can you say you don't take this one, you want to take that one? That is where the
same spending story doesn't prove Prime Boy is innocent. That's one thing. That's why you have to go in that spending story. You have to buy what they're telling you about spending. You have to be interested because once you start going deep into spending story, you realize the fact that even spending puts Prime Boy in more problem with his own testimony. So you must go that spending route. You must emphasize, is it the spending? We'll go that route.
So they'll now be saying they don't want to go from the beginning. They want to go
they want to go from the middle. So they want to go from the house.
They always get stuck when you talk about spending. And the spending is the only one they can rely on. They will say,
what do you guys think about Yomi?
Yomi is a
season 3 of Justice of Mohbad.
Yomi is looking for a way to have what's it called, TikTok followers, and that's it.
Ọ̀túnba máa ní kó bá wa dín pẹ̀lú yọ̀nù. Ọ̀túnba. Busybody ní yọ̀nù.
He came at the wrong time. The pot is already empty.
No, he didn't come at the wrong time. He didn't know. He didn't know that there was an audience like this on TikTok. You know, some people don't know this case still have like a larger audience on this side.
Yeah, because he was saying that he didn't understand TikTok. They were even telling him things to say and things not to say.
Yeah.
So he knew to TikTok.
So one thing you have to realize that most people don't do things for free. That's what we all have to understand. And he's not going to leave his daily bread or his daily means and then come and show interest for things like this.
Someone that told them that he went to Mohbad's house and his car broke down. Now they are thinking about how to help him and donate for him.
They buy him another car now. So the most important thing is like there's an audience in this thing. There's a target market. There's profits. You know, when you invest, if you invest your time here, you can literally cash out and take profits. So now everyone is trying to look at the profit side of it and how they can monetize this plan into cashing out. So more people are leave your me making cash out. I think.
You mean no fit cash out on this one, but you mean go do camera down, camera home. I see now Lagata will be complain. You mean Magba?
Imagine Lagata saying they're going to arrest African music or African TV.
And Curtis also said they want to arrest African TV. What is it?
You guys don't understand. You guys don't understand gameplay. You guys don't understand gameplay. That's what you see. What they do is like they look at the whole topic discussed from their people. They know what their people want. It's just like demand and supply. Again, their fans are demanding African TV to be
produce, isn't it?
Yeah. So they look at the statistics of what their fans is demanding, and they supply the product to them. It's just like a typical thing. It's not like they want to do some of it. It's not like they're going to do it. Yeah. But they just look at what they are.
After everything is done, a lot of people say this thing will be done.
It's not done that way. It's just like when the majority want you out, even if you giving your life on this fight, the majority doesn't want you. It's how it's done. To be honest, they will throw you out.
They have to oil the machine that's bringing the money.
Exactly.
But the thing is,
ó sọ fún àwọn ishtok nítorí àwọn ishtok kò ṣe dá sọ̀rọ̀ jù fẹ́ àwọn yọ̀ọ̀dàrí tó ní wọ́n ṣe dá sọ̀rọ̀ ó sọ fún nígbà tí yọ̀ kọ́kọ́ ìgbà tí yọ̀ọ̀mí kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbà ẹ̀ ó sọ fún àwọn tiẹ̀ àwọn ishtok pé òun ò fẹ́ kí yọ̀ọ̀mí dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ òun.
nítorí pé ó dọ̀ mí dé ṣé nítorí pé yọ̀ọ̀mí sọ pé àwọn máa lọ invoke spirit.
I don't even know.
See. You don't want to. You don't want to.
Kó o sọ pé ó lóun ò fẹ́ ní pé kó má dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ nítorí àwọn dọ́kítàjì àwọn báyọ̀ àwọn ishtok
Yomi came through Kudi's side and they are not on the same page, so it's like.
And if you notice that Boss Strat is not within the York Daddy again.
Yes,
one thing you guys are not saying. Ever since this man has been coming out since September, have you guys ever seen where this man is facing a yabo? Have you ever seen where this man has literally said any bad statement or like derogatory word about the yabo? No. No.
I think you've never mentioned that.
See, you guys are not seeing. You guys are not seeing the puzzle. You guys are not seeing the puzzle because he knows that once Yomi gets into this picture and Yomi has a way to hold ground, there's going to be a conflict of interest, which is the two big guy, Yabo and Yomi, and that will bring back their old beef. And his own wala will be quite obvious because he will be in the middle. You get? So he doesn't want that situation of there's another trouble while he's also putting himself in trouble as well. You get?
Able to live by himself anymore.
Àwọn àṣírí tí Yomi ẹ̀ tí Josie ń bò yẹn táwọn yẹn ṣe underground ó máa tún sí.
Yomi cast. That's what. So in his own mind now, he's trying to not give Yomi that privilege of being too involved. Not like he wouldn't be involved.
What do you think about it? But Baba sọ pé and owó ló pa ọmọ òun, wọ́n fi àjùlọ ọmọ òun ni. When they were telling this man to sue me, he's not even bold enough to do that.
That goes back to what
Lady Harrison's bar, which is why I keep saying his bar, because then you said no, you have to sue by fire by force.
That's the crime that they believe that. That's what No, this person is not getting it. Sawalin is not. I don't know how to pronounce your name. You're not getting it. Shawalin, rather. It's not like he doesn't want Yomi to be in control. Yomi cannot take the shine.
No, he doesn't want them to know what's going on underground.
No, just you don't want to hear
the money machine.
And you know that you just need to my cash out. And I want to pay you and I feel blocked. Gbogbo tó ń ṣe lọ́dọ̀ àgbà Yomi máa tú gbogbo ẹ̀ sí gbogbo petition tó náà wọ́n kọ tí wọ́n post ẹ̀ Yomi máa cast everything.
You were on Thunder Fire's platform yesterday when Lady Harris was asking West to that Twitter Hogbe Wema Bank that day, but about very account of Papa pay justice for Mohbad. But also that was Wema Bank, so one man should be access bank sister. This man is enjoying his life.
For me, I didn't like that part of it. I'm not gonna lie. Because
she wasn't. My only issue with her is she doesn't know when to stop.
Confrontation
with let people talk.
Confrontation with that guy. It doesn't mean he's going to tell you the fact that he has found the light as you did as well. You know, Aries now is saying she has found the light and all of that. So if you're going to confront the likes of Westo, certain people, even if they've seen the light, they'll still tell you that they're in darkness. So that was like a waste of time, waste of resources and all of that. She's supposed to drag that guy on her own show. If you want to drag the guy for 1 week, choose that 1 week, drag the guy.
What is she going to drag him for? That's what I don't understand. What is she going to drag him for?
No, Aries now is referring to the fact that there were times where she, Westo, and the other underground people were in good times. Yeah. So there were things that they had discussed in terms of the accounts, why they wanted Baba to have one account for personal, one account for justice for Mohbad. So there was like so many things, how they needed to go to Berekete, how Baba didn't go to Yomi, how Baba was not giving the right information or the right account number to people, how Baba was saying there was no money again and all of that.
But Westo was saying that he actually called
Westo land on the show.
I'm questioning to two personal and two like.
But my thing is, Westo said he actually called the man on live chat and said, "Inform when your account number, when your account number." So I don't understand. What does that have to do with Westo?
No, you don't get. No, Savage, you're not getting. These people have their group before.
A plan.
Yeah, so.
Okay, Josie did not follow through with the plan.
Josie didn't follow. Yeah, God bless you.
So Westo.
No, you're not understanding. You're not understanding. There was a group. There were many people that had like underground discussion every time. So their plan was that they wanted to gather money for justice in a separate account, and everybody it's just like a memo. When everybody has to follow the fact that if the fans are asking for Baba's account, please just make sure you give this account number out to people so they can gather enough money for this so thing. So it's not supposed to be a new thing to people that were in the underground group that time. Why it was nice is the fact that when Baba called the different account.
So I guess she didn't expect.
Why did Westo not call Baba that no Baba?
No,
you get, but now you get it. You get it. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's supposed.
Sorry, go on that.
Yeah, no, go on.
No, I'm just trying to say, Joe, but every picture, different picture, what is it?
But go kill Joseph.
No, but I don't know why people have a problem with this picture. Is Baba not a celebrity?
Abati, go and change that picture.
That is our spiritual father down there. The spiritual father.
One thing that people have to realize is that this man is a celebrity and anyone can be a fan. It's just like
báwo ṣe kọrin yẹn gan-an wọ́n ti jojú ìmọ̀lẹ̀ nínú ayé. Ẹjọ́ ta ni ọmọ líle ọmọ olórogún ọmọ onílé olórogún àbí? I mean, I don't understand it. Ọmọ onílé olórogún ti take over. Wow.
So me, I just feel like Aries was trying to go personal with Westo because that's the first time Aries would have, like, what's it called? Like a moment with.
So trying to do something like, oh, I'm going to expose you here today.
And that's
like that.
Aries does not know how to do fracas. Yes,
yeah.
Aries does not know how to do fracas. If she wants to do fracas, she should dedicate the whole day or the whole week for this person. The person you're trying to get the truth out of this person's mouth. This person is not going to come out and tell you, like, oh, I don't fuck up. Nobody will come out and tell you that, oh, he did something bad.
Yeah, but before you can do, I mean, I don't like Westo, but before you can do something like that to somebody, you have to have proof of what you are trying to achieve.
But the proof is there. Sense? Is the proof not there? The proof is there now.
What proof? Money just if I can't tell you.
No. Oh, you're not going.
But the thing, what happened yesterday was they were having their normal conversation about Baba. Westo now went there to like go and be asking why he wants to know why they are saying all those things about Baba. Sort of like he wants to come and defend Baba. That's why they were attacking and asking him questions yesterday. He was the one that went there to try and defend Baba. So that they was...
Westo Tito now, so he's trying to resurface himself again.
Yeah, because yesterday, Gresto know what, but then Gresto really saw it was Westo that was answering questions.
Oh, but see, that's what I'm calling Westo try not to shape platform, but she could say Rero. Rero was already at all. Tell the man Ricky.
Don't go now. No more cash out season for them.
No more cash out again. Arifa will let you because she's a cut off.
So what do you expect him to do? Of course, it's not.
No, it's not like some people are not willing to pay. The main thing is the fact that these people went on a break, and before they came back, the Baba team has been divided. That was the only big problem that they had to face. You know, as at then, right, there was no like, oh, you cannot go on this people's platform. You cannot go on. So as at that time, everybody just had like one week. But now it's like 5 days. Yes, now, but now everything has changed. There's a new direction. Some people are not even going to certain posts anymore. So now it's very difficult to like sell a story. There's no story to sell again now.
Joe Bad.
I don't want to sell because everybody's not going to inquest. Inquest is everybody. It's open. Anybody can go. So they can't really go and come back to it. Yeah, we carry more law. About just carry more law.
Carry more law.
All this one say is even like. Last time.
You see, carry more outside.
Yeah, probably the question of
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Talking about Arifa knows that he's going down. So Konin Komati lose, but run anyway. Go down. So cyber defamation.
What is cyber?
So it takes time, but you will hear it one day when they conclude. Maybe Nigeria.
This one is there. Evidence against them.
Big cases, the day there will be a day they will attend the court session and they won't come back straight to prison.
You just go one day,
you just go one day and that's it. You're not coming back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually accused Karimo pé wọ́n dá owó sínú account ẹ̀ pé kàn fi lọ ra lé.
Irọ́ ni ẹ máa ń gbàgbé
Mọ̀ náà ṣé nítorí pé Karimo call ẹ̀ out ni. Náà wọ́n padà call Karimo.
Ẹjọ́ ta ló call Karimo out? Ẹjọ́ ta ló call ẹ̀ out?
Kí ni máa bá a jẹ́?
Sorry, you only pay 10 million. Take Karimo for our to for ni US. She Karimo rally. Cannot be the two yali.
Karima is living on welfare, so he don't so.
Ṣé mo pé family ẹ̀ tó gbé wọlé yẹn òun ló lọ ṣiṣẹ́ fún owó àbúkà Karimoni sí ọmọ Karimoni.
Yeah, even man, they'll be saying it like how many streams the mobile self gets?
I don't even know. Like what kind of whatever.
I want the line.
Maybe one day all of us were on Spotify calculating how much we're going to get for the whole year. I was just
Abati. Kí ni ò jáde síta lẹ́yìn tó máa parí wọn lọ calculate owó bá.
Plenty the code.
Lẹ́yìn tí kú dànù tiẹ̀ ọmọ ọlọ́run ọjọ́ tí ń ta sí láìra.
Abati.
Òun àtìyàwó ẹ̀ dídí jù ọjọ́ ń ta sólà kiri.
I have a question. So, what do you guys think?
I can't believe he has stopped this justice for Mohbad. Sure, right?
That was vengeance.
You know why I actually stopped?
He went
to Nigeria, he spoke to some people, he met some people, and the encounter with the nurse or the nurse situation just made him realize that it doesn't work. That's the point.
Exactly.
What encounter? What did you encounter?
When she came back and then she was like, I wanted that was really not my
The point is, there's nothing that these people want to say. The fact is that the first page of this case is that
not. Is this possible? Those of who love review who bail not.
What happened was when the nurse was released, he took the glory. So when they now needed the nurse, they were now dragging him that you can't bring the nurse. Oh, I said, well, confess, they will not drop. He exaggerated what he did to get the glory.
Fake pictures. Show possible she go parody.
No, then she won't for any why you
One day, money. That's what he did.
Because I want anything that don't follow be nurse yet. Don't have phone picture nurse. Take pictures, not phone.
So you think Lenchi doesn't?
Lenchi will be nurse. Lenchi didn't see the nurse.
No, but me, I believe.
Okay, now, but don't forget that he met with Prime Boy. Why did he just drop like that? He wasn't just working for only the nurse. He met with Prime Boy.
No. He met with Prime Boy. He even went to
Gurexi too, I think. He went to Gurexi as well.
He met with Obaro.
No, Gurexi. So, mix Pelu Gurexi. On that Gurexi can't be there.
That's true.
I believe two things, madam, actually happened. Is it that Lenchi did not tell the nurse, right? And if he did, he has been able to speak to probably the parent of the nurse or the nurse.
Lenchi did not give the nurse. Lenchi only gave them money.
Go behind. So
okay, now. So do you remember the case of 25 million going missing? Have you forgotten about that one?
I can't remember that one.
Tí Lenchi lóun fún yàn kan lówó tí wọ́n ní wọ́n fún yàn kan lówó ọmọ èèyàn tó fún lówó. Have you forgotten about that?
Perkins lọ fún lówó kan. Perkins lọ ní kọ́ pé kó lọ sí
25 million.
25 million báwo.
25 million. Okay.
Are you sure there was a case of 100 million?
Wọ́n parọ́ mọ́ Lenchi ni pé wọ́n fún Lenchi 20 million kó lọ fi gba nọ́ọ̀sì sí.
He said Lenchi was bribed to pay the nurse. But me, I'm saying if Lenchi had the encounter to meet the nurse, that might also contribute to the reason why he's protecting the nurse. Or Lenchi never met the nurse. It's in between that two.
Lenchi never met the nurse.
Yeah, it's in between those two. Yeah, it's in between.
Sorry, where did you do? One support, one defend the Nigerian no, she be
So you actually think somebody will go all the way to Nigeria, who like up a billion when you never ask that?
People have put some money in this thing.
And tell our Lori panelists, this thing is a little bit how come Tia for justice? And wọ́n arrest àwọn èèyàn tó feel pé àwọn oníwà in question of this ẹ̀dẹ̀ ló ń bẹ̀ wọ́n for what?
It shows how irresponsible we can be now. One arresting, one commit crime. You know, it can only happen in Nigeria. Anyway, I won't say Nigeria, but
it can happen anywhere. One thing
it can happen anywhere. Because I saw one case here in America, in North America, where a guy was bailed by rich people.
If the court finds your offense valuable, I don't think there's anything bad for people to come and solicit for funds to pay. It's not
it's valuable.
If the court feels like your offense is valuable, so it's not. It's everything. There's a choice of interest. There's a choice of perspective.
And again. They've not charged them with any crime yet. So let's just leave it here.
Innocent until proven guilty. That's the point. So we cannot nail them to cross like that.
At least, you remember the interview?
It's just weird to see that these people coming online every day to say we are looking for justice, we are fighting for justice, and you know that too long by suspect they don't even make any sense.
The police we killed George Floyd. She no get your own fan, you no get your own lawyer, you no get your own.
Remember
they bailed him down.
Yeah, so
he was bailed too. He was bailed.
Yeah. So everybody, there is no, as far as the courts find you.
If sex offenders can have fans, not anybody can have fans.
Now we're getting it. Yeah. Now.
You remember the show Mama Mohbad ṣe tó ní pé Josie ló ní pé kí Prime Boy máa sá lọ. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But Josie is going down soon. Because they can't, he's beginning to misbehave and he's getting carried away. So they are now going to deal with him.
But I don't think they can arrest him for anything though. What are they going to arrest him for?
They can. You see, let me tell you something. They can. What do you mean by that? He tampered with evidence. That's a crime. He tampered with evidence.
Okay, not only that, misuse of funds. Misuse of funds.
It's not even that. It's even misleading the public. That's like instigating.
Yeah.
Example is this guy now that was arrested. This guy that owns Kingdom Twitter, right? I'm sure everyone's following. Escapade. Are you following that news?
I know Kingdom. Yeah.
See, one thing that people are not realizing is the fact that police can interpret your stupidity to a crime. You can be doing something online now. And they will literally interpret it to something big. You might be doing catching crews, or you're just running your mouth, and the police will just charge you for instigating you're putting the public at rest. You're planning to.
But I knew they would pick that boy.
What I'm actually thinking is they actually use this protest they are going for on the 11th to find a crime for Josie. Because if the case is already in inquest, why are you guys going there to protest? What are you going there to protest?
They might charge him for anything. They can charge him for
that Wednesday. Support a lot of protest.
That's what I said. They might charge him for obstructing.
He didn't organize it now. He didn't organize it. So we're going to organize protests. I don't organize protest.
Mo fẹ́ bèrè ni ṣé Uncle Muyiwa ti padà gbé fóònù?
No, Boss Man ló ń ṣe damage control.
Boss Man ló
ń ṣe damage control.
Kò gbé fóònù ta ni.
Bọ̀dá àti lọ́rùn research lórí ẹjọ́ mo fẹ́ bèrè question.
Láti pé Muyiwa ò gbé fóònù.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
She very dark man. She only she ti cool in
See, I saw the video this morning. I was like, hell no, I don't even want to talk about this. Hell no.
What did he do?
Please,
I don't want him.
He was saying that I don't want him. That is operating with
the same IP address, and so obviously,
You know, I always like it when he makes a fool of himself.
IP address, maybe IP address, often access, Instagram could be the same, and it's and
now exactly what somebody said that just Instagram IP address, that's not like a private one.
You cannot even get someone that.
Then you cannot, you see, because IP addresses now are not static, they're dynamic. So there's no way.
Online and said I called my Aka to Aki about.
It's Aka.
Imagine Aka where they send.
And some people will listen to him. What annoys me is that I will come and hook, line, and sinker and be saying, that platform, they're already there.
I give it to myself and you will kill you.
Let me even tell you one thing.
Is on the top now. Yes, and as you know, they jubilate, we know them too.
We don't use, let me just be honest with you here. We don't use static IP addresses anymore. It's an old thing in IT. You don't use static, you use dynamic. What I mean by dynamic is if you open Instagram here now and you open another site, it keeps changing. Like numbers don't generate continuously. It's not like before, where you're calling money for one area. That is why when people keep moving around, if you go online now, you want to go and use what do they call this software? Find my IP or something. You just keep changing the IP for locations, so they're not static anymore. It was in those days that they were static. They're no longer static. So
I'm even surprised that imagine he sent the ID of the account I wanted to hack. Between 4 hours, you've been able to get that detail. If that's how FBI is getting people's details, jail would. Let
me tell you now. It's a good thing. You can see how long it took them to get Osama bin Laden because his IP address was not static. It kept moving, and you keep it will be changing as you move.
You want to get somebody's IP within 3 hours? Oh yeah, now you will just be arresting the wrong person every day.
Maybe he too will go for the inquest. Let's wait and see.
To come Lagos to lodge to go
now. So obviously the money took Mambe. Because we can see him, they were spraying him some dollars. So, what took Mambe Mafura ticket to say Lagos. Anyway, where's everybody?
I have a question. So, what are we expecting from this inquest coming up? Because at this point, I don't even want to overthink this.
Nothing. See, one thing is that the only inquest you'll be focusing on is maybe the one after this one. That's the next one you're focusing on.
That's commercial. Next speaking.
They will just confirm that have they been able to do their autopsy? Have they been able to serve the right people? Come back 3 weeks. That's what they will tell them.
So they will not read the autopsy.
I don't know, but me, I'm just saying my own perspective.
But the thing is, even the autopsy they did is not relevant anyway.
They will just confirm to them that have they been able, because there's two things now. Even if you remember in the early March or early April, after they sent the guy sample to US, they asked the pathologists and the DSM to come, so they're able to give the update like. So now they might give Baba that same privilege to like, oh, have you done this thing? Have you been able to get your results? When is your pathologist going to be available to read the results? So it's not going to be like straightforward like how we are expecting. This inquest is slow.
Oh, this next week inquest, we should be expecting like maybe some Larry will come. But what is the name?
Come with him. Come do it.
Come talk now. I'm going to see my
talk active.
So Larry will not come.
I think they will show.
Go and read that thing now. Go and read. They said the court will bring them when the court what's the called? I've forgotten the last line. As the court discretion, I'll be at the court.
Wait. One more next week, me.
So yeah, now. go buy chairs.
So next week, you're coming to share court.
No,
So some lives
the
not
court.
coming.
No, you cannot say
I
they are
thought they
coming.
invited them now.
The court will invite them when the court feels like. Sheba to be an inquest.
So, because don't be that they don't even want to invite one is what?
Okay, Sheba's inquest better than one be prime boy one. Sheba's inquest better than one be spending one. It doesn't work like that. And the court would, it's chapter by chapter now, until when the chapter that requires, what's it called? Salary to come or the amount to come, that's when they will come. There's nothing like.
It's only prime boy versus for me next week.
Who even tell you that one self gone? Okay, I know they disturb us with it. Like, one thing is that we don't know how the inquest operate, but there's a debate before this inquest. What was they thought? Like, there was a topic before this one, right?
Mm.
And the main thing they were talking about at the last inquest was what? I should go and do.
Yes, I was thinking that people was for carry
the grant prime boy application now to bring to
no before that one before they start on that one.
That's what I was asking. What about if someone's on social media? That's what I'm asking. But someone don't send out 12 people. How many people? Only one said this.
Karimo,
Darosha,
the lawyer.
But, no, me, I'm saying. Before they start for that inquest, what was the thing that was like? There was an inquest before that one, right?
Was it not like the autopsy? Should be autopsy.
God bless you. Yeah. So,
and you're closing. I think that one is already done.
No, how can they close something they've not concluded? Now they've not been able to establish.
I know they're waiting for
pathologist will come.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The court have not been able to establish if Baba has done their autopsy. The court is not on TikTok. They don't know.
I thought they talked about it last month. That they will come this
only next week. If Baba
okay, I'm telling you that they will confirm. They will confirm that as Baba been able to do his own autopsy. And then they will, yeah, that's what I'm saying now. That's what I said now.
They will bring other people too.
Yeah, now you can't. You to
when I waste our time, I don't have an idea.
That's what I'm telling you that they will confirm if Baba.
They will not say we should wait for another 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Okay. No, the point is they will go back to that last one that they said Baba should bring what's it called, his own pathology and there are chances that they might also want to like cross-examine the state's pathology.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they will go back to that time. They will go back to that discussion.
Do you think that one's going to come back?
Yes, the pathologist will not be there.
So are you not saying they will not skip that part? They will not skip that part of now talking about the Karimo. How if they don't finalize that phase, how can they go to the next phase again?
This film we are watching.
Okay, fine. I'm trying to go in this direction. Prior to this event or to this one that we're talking about now.
Yes.
At first.
But my question for you, Dabs, is the fact that do you think the state pathologist is coming back?
That's where the problem is right now because two things are going to be involved. Now
exactly.
It's going to be a waste of time or like a surprise thing in the sense that the last inquest prior to the one they said everybody should be summoned by newspaper and letter and all of that. It was supposed to be state pathology and
that's my thing. What it was supposed to be there last time.
The state pathology is not available. Yeah.
Yeah, so that part that's what I'm saying. That part is still open. They cannot go to the next stage if they know.
So maybe this one is gonna be pathologist versus pathologist.
That is him now. That's what I'm trying to say now.
Yes. And then the coming one is victim versus
that's what we're gonna start saying, but they will say they will not leave that one. Unless the court feels like. But for me, I'm a bit sure it's going to be Baba should come and give his own updates on his results, and then hopefully the state pathologists will.
But I was hearing these guys speaking this morning. Hold on, Barca. He didn't saw Olaro. He came from Baba. He was saying that I want to nick out or drown on this. That about the question. Do you have that kind of power?
No, okay, mo tún tó Solaro tó ní pé kí governor wa kó defend the autopsy one.
And I was saying this morning that they were not going to read theirs because and they didn't have the chance to question the state.
Yeah, but the point is, I don't know how it works, but if anyone has a different opinion, but if you want to question what the government has done, you should also have your own findings. You get?
Yeah.
So that's how it's done. So they might also use their own findings too.
I kept getting called. Sherry, let me tell you something. Autopsy government normal look. I watched Alex Murdoch case here. I want to know shit what the analysis the government they will only compare and couldn't see difference. Don't come and compare any. I want to know my government for only wanting bad it to
Yeah, they will use their own results to ask questions. That's what they will do.
That is all they will do. But the government don't even know. Yeah, and I couldn't see much difference. Say the team of Bako one name, you know, Thomas Shotton from a bag with kidney. You check it.
Say something.
Pathology don't want to know pathologists will mean making it come with you.
But the point is, chances that.
I want to ask you something. Sorry, it's a very like, okay, about the next week, state pathologists, Bawa, Asiti Baba, to all the calculus everything. Majesty background, one way you call us Mohbad, Miss Second Inco. Changes Mawa Yaripo Munisi.
No,
I don't think you can't do that. I don't think the magistrate can do that anymore.
The managers will just tell them that they don't have no states going to they are not in the capacity.
They don't need the body anymore.
Yeah, the body again that the family can come and
carry their property.
Okay, so Mawa Yaripo will body.
What about Bitita? Rapper. I don't think he can do that, though. He cannot put a Yaripo on the body. What does that even mean?
Check, you know what happened is that go and ask your friend now.
Question. Take a remote that the most can.
No, you have today new daddy.
Ẹ mọ̀ pé ìyá Túndé sọ fún pé tó bá ṣorí burúkú táwọn bá nà án sọ́dọ̀ ọkọ yẹn lásán páyé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ ààyè ẹ̀ sórí tó tọ́ ni ọjọ́ kejì tó bọ́ sí àwọn kan cap rubbish ni tó àwọn òbí tó ní òun ní kí ń wùn mí kó wá sí Amẹ́ríkà kó wá lọ sí school kó down ó wá ní ṣé kò pé kó wà l'Amẹ́ríkà di pé kó di tenant ní Lẹ́kì lọ òun wá mọmọ bàbá òun ó ṣàn cap rubbish tó ní ó tún ní ṣe rí ó ní ẹ̀yin tí bàbá fẹ́ gbé yín débẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ kó tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìn ṣe rí Wùmí nìkan ló dá wà o àwọn tíìmù ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tó ń tíìmù ẹ̀ rọ ni wọn ò sí pẹ̀lú mi mọ́ kò ti gbé yín débẹ̀ nìyẹn ẹ lè ṣe kọ́ tó bá fẹ́ ṣe fún Wùmí. wọn lórí burúkú lédè yìí ṣé bàbá ṣe tó fún àwọn tíìmù tó ti fún àwọn tíìmù bàbá nìyẹn ó ní kíni ó ní gbogbo àwọn tíìmù ẹ̀ àwọn àbẹ̀fẹ́ mi ò ṣàyẹ̀ fún wọn ò sí pẹ̀lú mi mọ́. Wùmí ṣọmọkè King White olórí ẹni ṣọmọkè olórí ẹni King White wàá ṣàkíyèsí.
Karimo episode in that season episode Karimo ti lọ Sam Jojo fẹ́ di episode but
Sammy Jojo
so Lomi Fabi yìí ní another episode that wà báyìí.
Tí Karimo ti tàn kò rí nǹkan kan ṣe she didn't achieve anything.
Okay,
she for Karima's own they had a plan but their plan didn't work. They had a plan, she was meant to. She was the one to start it. Yes.
She's in pay. Wùmí ò bá King White ṣe mọ́. And King White wá bọ́ ta ní pé àwọn òṣè justice of Mohbad mọ́. So wọ́n do, I think maybe àwọn tó ń fún information nípa ìlú. My own.
Okay. But King White doesn't want to do this thing anymore because he's been embarrassed. He has embarrassed himself. He's done something really bad. And to admit, blatant lie. That guy, no, lose respect. Man, somebody being caught red-handed, and you are lying about it. Then Shari Kideti Karima was a kind of start of the plan pé ìwọ ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí wà kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń pariwo báyìí ló ṣe sọ pé tí Mohbad bá sọ̀rọ̀
ìyá Mohbad wá sọ̀rọ̀ ó gbẹgbà tó dáa wọ́n kọ́ ẹgbà mọ́ ó kó rẹ̀ padà sínú ilé.
Asking Baba to see that touch that body. Listen, host. What Supreme Iron Lady said, is it not the same thing I said that Aduke was trying to change it? I said no, this is because Russia was not. No, hold on, see you. No, because Adura was not yet out then. You understand? When she petition, Adura was not yet out. It was after the petition that they were trying to say that Adura they not had Adura to it.
The truth is, good morning, Queen Mother. I cite you. The truth is, Adura is not part of it. But in order for Baba to not pursue that petition, they roped Adura into it. They set him up as a bait.
Supreme. But Adura accepted that is the one that embalmed that body.
Oh, it was that's what I'm saying. That
you see, if it says him for every call I went, they are still calling it embalm.
Lied on himself. You should petition him too.
The
case is still on. It's not over yet.
They're still calling it embalm.
And accept that is the one that embalmed that body. Why can't Baba petition? No, that was not your question, ma'am. That was not your question. See you. I'm just asking now.
Is it that CEO that they're trying to say, hold on, wọ́n ti gé tiẹ̀ lọ, kò gbọ́ nǹkan kan. Wọ́n ti gé etí ẹ̀ báyìí, wọ́n ti gé wọ́n ti rán.
She has a blog, so this is why I keep telling SFA that Lady Harris is vile.
Wọ́n ti gé tiẹ̀ lọ sí ẹ̀, wọ́n ti gé tiẹ̀ lọ. If I say na Italy she dey, na those wey dey call Italy.
And now she has a shop.
Italy.
See you getting something wrong. Wait. Please wait.
See understand because
CEO is getting something wrong. He's getting something wrong. When we had that conversation before Supreme Iron Lady came here, and I was like, and she said, immediately she mentioned that they petitioned Darusha because Adura came out, and after petitioning Darusha, Adura came out and come and lied on himself. And I was now like, okay, let's share this thing to Supreme Iron Lady to come and clarify. I did not even argue. I was like, see you, this is you, I'm telling you this. I did not argue. I said, this is my first time hearing this. Let's share it to Supreme Iron Lady to come and clear it. I did not change anything. I had to keep I withdrew my statement and I said, let's share it to Supreme Iron Lady to come and clear it for us. No, I did not change anything. Don't get me.
You changed something.
Iron Lady don't understand what we are doing. So what did you say? Is someone saying something?
Petition Adura when Adura
said English.
Hey?
So why we didn't
Everybody knows to give submission properly by Alhamdulillah. What God cannot do doesn't exist now.
Darusha, that evening, everybody was jubilating. Adura had not come up to say that he's the one that did it. It was the next time they were going to the Manti that the police, they asked Adura and everyone, even including me, to come. You understand? So it was there that Adura now admit that he is the one that embalmed Mohbad, not Adura, not Darusha. So it's not that Lady Eri did not plan to petition Adura, but Adura was not among them. That was what I was trying to explain to you.
Yeah, well, it seems that they were listening to what we were saying here.
So that she would come and say it. I think yes, everybody was not writing in the comment section that it was the areas that.
See you. Now I understand you. So I now come back to my statement. See you.
No, you should explain to the areas better so that she will understand
that Adura has come out.
You understand now? She explained herself now.
Like that is also Adura.
I don't understand you, CEO. I understand you.
This was not the question they asked. Maybe I'm letting the Aries to understand what you're asking them.
She answered the question when she answered the question. Why didn't they sue? Why didn't they petition Adura?
You heard what she said. He said the case is still on.
It's still on, yes. So that was what he said. So now, what Adura was trying to say is that by now, Baba should try to sue all of them. Adura, Darusha, those people. Why? What's keeping Baba waiting? Of not suing none of them now.
Our people, you want to God you. God is here, God.
Because
ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní kókó lọ sùn gbogbo wọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ajọ́kọ́ lọ sùn àwọn wèrè ọmọ láti sún èbèbè.
They don't want to spend money on the asset. They said, and if you guys remember, when we got was never people to understand that different lawyer besides Smith and Bank calling to do Wumi's petition, to do the DNA, so that you guys can be having simultaneously, you can actually simultaneously. So this is what you need to start calling out the legal team and Baba. I mean, Abati said it's all right.
Abati,
are you there? It is
Don't be this one, no. Don't be this Abati.
They've been doing that.
Abati, I see
lend their voices to that effect. Okay, so there's really, when you talk about civil lawsuits is individual based. So it's Baba and the legal teams that can do it. You cannot do a civil lawsuit on behalf. Just like we have Smith and Bankole, they can be in the criminal case, but they cannot do. That was why when we did it, you know that we require Baba's signatures, and he refused to sign. So when you do civil cases, you require the person's signature. There's a noise in somebody's background. Yes, please, let me mute. Sorry, it's from me. So you will require somebody's signature, and if the person refuse to give you their signature, there's practically nothing you can do. We can stand here and talk from now till thy kingdom come. If nothing is being done by them, nothing is being done by them. We all remember there was a period they were saying, we don't want to do Musu anymore. We don't want to do Musu anymore. We now got Sanshitu. Let's pay off Musu. Go. Has anybody seen anything from Sanshitu? Any letter heading from Sanshitu? Has Sanshitu done anything? It's Barrister Odumosu that is still doing it. That period, I was like, don't hire a new son. Empower those Odumosu. Empower Odumosu. If you give him money to fight this case, they can do it. They didn't listen. I don't know why people don't listen. They don't listen. Now they went and paid Sanshitu. What is Sanshitu doing? What is the Ipa when Sanshitu Tikuninu cases? Okay, but I wanna crucify Odumosu. Crucify him. Now it is Odumosu that is doing everything. It is her daughter that is doing everything. It is their letter. Have you seen any letter heading from something? Even if you see the son letter heading, a son letter heading, you just use that title as a shell, but we are not even seeing anything from him. So, kill lesson, and you tell someone, and that will call Miss Lion. Tell lesson 10 million for the most Sanshitu. Okay, what is the lawyer is doing? What is the lawyer guilty? And let me even tell you another thing. Sanshitu cannot even help you sue. Sanshitu cannot even help you do civil cases. So in order for you to even do your civil cases, all this, sue this, sue that, sue this, you will still have to go and get another lawyer altogether. So you see, common sense is not that common. You know, and when you have people that are not in tuned or are not, I don't know how to say, not to be insultive, because Sanshitu actually, in fairness to him, he cannot help you sue anybody in that house, because that is not what is contracted for. That is not what is hired for. So in order for them to start suing people, they will need to go and hire another lawyer to do it and make another payment. Supreme Lady, please, why? Why did you say so? Why did you say so? It's very simple. If you come to me to treat your heart and you have kidney problem, you have to go to kidney doctor. I will not treat your kidney for you. I will only treat your heart. Simple. Are you not saying that we need to get another lawyer to be suing?
Maybe you won't tell them what it is. We see why these people are very stupid. They want to use a
changing lawyer for what?
They want to even imagine if Baba is saying he wants to use a son as his spokesperson. Baba Fema fi son. She Baba je football team ni abi Baba ni real estate. Showing Jale ni don Fema fi son she legal team.
Hold on. No lawyer want to go and lose. They see clearly. What's your mama sue that you're seeing there?
No, it's not even going to lose. A lawyer can defend anything. But the contract is that once they step out of the corona inquest, Sanshitu is not responsible for Baba's problem anymore. That's the agreement they're not telling them. That's the contract they signed. So they are not letting these people know the contract between Baba and Sanshitu. Sanshitu is just there to guide the current team that they've created before Sanshitu arrived.
So how did you know that? How did you get the information?
I'm working underground now. It's changing. I'm joking.
Lady Harris assistant.
Why did if you noticed all their public article, why is it always signed by Odumosu? I challenge them to go and let Sanshitu sign it. I challenge them to prove me wrong. And so once they step out of that inquest, what's it about Sanshitu?
Wow. 25 million.
We'll tell you.
Can we go to book this?
25 million was the amount they give to the public.
One are they play.
Oh my God.
The man is only going there to guide, assist, squad, like to just show support. Not like you're hiring somebody for full administrative or DRB contract. That's why if you notice when Baba got in trouble, that Baba went to Alagbo, Sanshitu was not there. Yeah, so the earlier these people realized that Sanshitu does not see. Aries has said it. You cannot hire an heart surgeon. How do they call it? If you have heart problem, you hire somebody that have heart problem. Once they are able to get your heart done, your next problem you get it to the right doctor. That's what Sanshitu is doing. Sanshitu is only helping at the inquest, and once the inquest is done in place, Sanshitu he doesn't have any contribution. So,
wow.
Like I said.
No, it's okay, Anofe. Please move on. The question, if you can't explain then if you
claim it's for you and you don't mention your name, but if you claim it is for you, then it is for you.
That is what I'm asking now.
And you say you don't like cause commotion everywhere you go.
Did I mention your name? And you claim it is you. I don't give an help since I did not mention your name.
Very stupid girl. I don't know
you. It is for you. I don't give an help.
Please calm down. Please. So, enjoy, calm down. Oh yeah, your fair, please ask that question again, please.
No, please mention her name now. She's the one that mentioned my name first. Did I mention her name?
So it's okay.
Supreme Iron Lady.
You had your name from my mouth.
Hold on.
You are help, man.
Can you please
I don't give a fuck about anybody.
Let me give you 1 minute.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I want us to learn this.
Let me just say something.
Was I at fault here?
Please, hold on, please. Aduke, I greet everybody. I don't want a comment section. You know, one thing I just want.
Everybody, Jack.
Hold on.
Did I mention her name?
Wait, let me chip in this.
Supreme Iron Lady ni mo sọ ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ olè jọ́kùn
I have my
Stop now. Please. Very important.
I know, Supreme. Thank you for holding on. I want to just say one thing. Just one thing I want to say. This justice for Mohbad that we are fighting for.
Please, please, I don't know
why enmity or future problem to themselves. Well, I will not say anything. If people think dragging people or saying something about people is the best in this justice for Mohbad, they're only putting wahala to themselves. Because you don't know who you are dragging. You don't know what the person we have to do. We are not talking about anything spiritual. I'm talking about law. If I see any time to Joko, Baba has his own money. He's enjoying himself. Now you that you are saying you are fighting for the cause, they will now be you. They will sue you that will be paying money. Let the person choose whatever you like. Because I don't know. And most people don't really know. Only online, you can say whatever you want to say. People don't know the meaning of defamation of character. You defame somebody, you are looking for trouble. You defame somebody, you don't know what that person is going to do. Let's stop it. This is not justice for Mohbad. Let's stop it. And me, Mama, so because they know you know how to talk. You're the one that talk there. You're the one that drag this person there. If you mention my name there again, don't look for trouble. Don't look for trouble. I have said it. I have two people I'm going to use for scapegoats. I will make them
themselves, please.
I will make them scapegoats. They will bring their letter to this justice for they will come and read their letter. I will make them scapegoats. Because people just think you can talk to anybody anyhow. You don't know the meaning of defaming somebody. Before you can defame somebody, you need to have your concrete evidence. You don't have evidence to show for it, you are going for it. That they will say, keep doing it, keep doing it. They will not be there when you are facing it. I have two people I'm going to make them scapegoats. I've said this since last night. So if you are still in that, you think when they are dragging somebody, you can just put your mouth. Put your mouth. But when you see it, don't say that the person, this one.
My pretty lady, that's good. That's good.
Okay, let's talk issue. Okay, if anybody sue everybody, it's fine. It's okay, no problem. Now let's talk about the nurse.
The lawyer first.
Okay, let me go back to the lawyer thing.
You say the lawyer cannot sue. Now, why did you say so? Please,
because suing is a civil case.
Mm-hmm.
Suing is a civil case. So in order
Baris Shitu and San Shitu. San Shitu is employed for the criminal. Actually, he's actually employed for the inquest.
Oh wow,
this is where the problem is. So when people talk, they have no knowledge.
I cap you.
Don't you now? That's Nigerian's assistant.
When I was telling you, think I was giving you some.
That's Nigerian's assistant.
Johnny, mommy is common medication washer.
Shitu is actually SAN is actually hired for the inquest. So let's even assume that this case goes to High Court. We have to actually pay more money because inquest they cannot hire for. So anything outside inquest, 10 million could be inquest they cannot hire for. Or that they really say, if I come to your salon, I want to braid my hair. You tell me 1,000 naira. Okay, fine. Then I cannot come. I'm telling you, eba mi shave eyebrow me, eba mi plug me. You know, it's not part of the deal.
Yeah,
so you now say, to plug all the faces, come up and ask that question. To plug, I want the Misha to tell me, to plug all your facial hair. It's going to be extra 800 naira. Because even you call it a fair braid. Sure, you get my point. So when they hired Shitu, SAN, they hired him just for the inquest. Even if this case goes to the High Court, they will have to renegotiate. When we hired Bankole and Smith, we hired Bankole and Smith from start to finish, from inquest to the High Court until this case is finished. But when they hired Shitu, they only hired for the inquest. That's number one. Number two, how sure is that? Are you really sure about that? I'm sure, but hey, you can also ask questions. Nothing is written on concrete. You can share this with Muyiwa and let him come and enlighten you guys more. Even though they have refused to tender. Just inquest is 20 million. Are you seriously telling me? 10 million. Okay, just inquest is 10 million. Okay. And although I'm just telling this one. Although I am for everything. Good evening, Fumi Million. Good evening, ma. Although they have refused to present the letter of engagement. They refuse to present the letter of engagement. Anyway, that is number one. Let's go to the lawsuit. Sorry, ma. Is Baba aware that Sam Shitu was just employed for only the inquest? I don't know how you have to ask them. I'm only telling you what I know. Is Baba aware? I don't know. All right, ma, go on. Let's go to the lawsuit. Lawsuit is always a civil matter. So Shitu is not hired for the civil matter. Shitu is not hired for petition. That was why Shitu could not represent the Marifa and Co. In order to represent those people, they will have to give them extra money to do that. So Shitu cannot go and sue me. That's not how it works. If Baba wants to start suing now, either Baba will have to renegotiate and say, okay, everyone in your office, or they have to go outside to a different chamber, pay affairs to Lagbaja, affairs to Ili. But because you got SAN, Sanshisu does not mean Sanshisu. So, or basically, take care. No. So, and then Baba and Co, I'll tell you, and I'm telling you for free, if I can borrow Andy's words, no, they will not spend money. So, all those money, what are they using all those money for? They are not using them for anything. They are saving them for retirement. They are not using it for anything. The money they go for me, they go for money, $26,000. And $15,000. Let me calculate a lot of money. And by the time you know how much is in the Wema bag, by the time you talk, they will say you are helping them to calculate money. And we're going to get them on the level. Everybody eyes go clear. I ask you now, can the money go for me be used? You said no, it cannot be used. No, I said I don't. It's not going to be. It's not going to be. It's going to be. I see million. 40 million. I said I don't know how good farming works. Okay. Can the GoFundMe be withdrawn now that it's now 20,000? Of course, but the GoFundMe is out. You don't go there to take money and keep it there.
Hello. How are you? And you might come on be in the next 30 minutes anyway. So you coming? Hey, yeah, sorry. Are you coming now?
Let's see how it goes. Kima goes to Ejajara Magbafa. Sila Ibubaku and Bosodon.
Okay.
Close it. Period. Ask the next person. No, because my own thought was until you reach that target, they can cash everything out. Because the question was asked just now, you said they don't want to use money.
You see this CEO, she be mumu. This CEO.
Yeah?
Oh, this girl where they talk. I mean this woman where they talk. Idiot. You know one thing that they don't know about all those money on that GoFundMe. I mean GoFundMe. I mean how they contributing money. It's the fact that the money might have been even cash out as early as they are getting it. If you get that GoFundMe now, you might be cashing it out every week or every month.
And they won't know. You know they won't know.
It will just be showing the target. Now they are looking at the target as a balance. God bless you, Osha. God bless you. Yeah, exactly. So to them now, they are still seeing that 20,000 like it's still there. So in their mind now, they are still looking at the 20,000 that is still there. So now, maybe the person don't put in paper, be in cash up, talk about every Friday. Every Friday, yes, now, grand. Every Friday, we're going to cash out. But now they are looking at the target as per what you are making.
I want to camera down. Not lose GPT.
No. But I can't know.
I know.
Oh, powerful money.
That means what we want.
If it's only they gone. Bookie babes, gone by our scream, land up, but don't worry.
For the first time, Bookie.
Oh my God. She really cried. Tell us how much you have. Tell us how much is left. Tell us the end date. And once you get one go. Contribute to the banner by end of this week. Reach out to Lizzie Diamond or on this said Diamond by the end of this week. Because the tape is going to be on the 12th. That's fair address. I really would love for her to be awake. But now that she's sleeping, I don't even know if I should do it now or wait till tomorrow.
Okay.
Accent Ibu ni manwa.
And your license is on.
You know,
Okay. We can raise it when Abefe comes. And yeah, start at about the actually revisiting. And I'm sure she would agree with me. Okay. I've been thinking a lot. Escapade, are you free?
Yeah, it's free now. Where is he going? Let me invite him. My voice is gone now. Oh my God. What happened to your voice? Let me over. You know, she'll call him more do this. I will quick he said no. Oh no, I don't call him more do. That's last. Kí ló wá ń lò pẹ̀lẹ́?
Èmi tí mo kó COVID bọ̀ láti tọ̀. Ọlọ́run ni àfi mi. Right, so this is about Mama Mohbad. Okay, so if everybody can mute and just so I can speak. For the past 2 weeks, we've all seen what's going on and everything, and plus whatever, the whole drama. And everybody knows where I stand on dragging her. And really, when we look at it, a lot of things has caused distractions. And personally, I am not okay with it. Not because of anything, but because I'm anfietelego ademang palapalapa. You see, even if you see me dragging Karimo today, wallahi, I'm just catching fun, honestly. I'm sort of like in between because she's stupid. I just wanted to show her how things are done. Do you understand? And when the dumbest person think they're smart, you just make them feel stupid. Do you understand? So, wait, someone is requesting. Adelaide. Say, I want Escapade on seats. Escapade to drop.
I'll bring him back. I think he said he can't speak. So whenever you're ready that you can speak, let me know. Then I'll bring you back up.
Okay. Now, one thing I want us to understand is that of all the things that we're all doing, nobody, and I mean nobody, was invited to join Justice for Mohbad. Nobody was personally called by Omoumi or Josie or Yamubad or every other person, every other member of the family, right? Now, in Konti Debita Day, then I begin to question myself. Is this truly justice that we're looking for? Although things will happen and we all have our own varied opinion, and I feel it was totally and absolutely wrong dragging her further than how the matter had been dragged. All of you may not agree with me. Like I said, we all have different opinion about things. But the truth of the matter is that we're not putting Omoumi into consideration. And I mean with regards to Yamubad at this junction. Though Kusilala Tombo locate but me personally, opinion minimum, so any other person can object to my opinion. She might have done whatever it is that she's doing and whatever. I just feel that let me be specific, not we, a group of people claiming to be in support of Omoumi, they have extended the dragging for far too long, right? And I don't know, for different reasons, some people have personal vendetta, some, I don't know, for the sake of it. Do you understand? I will appeal to everyone that cares to listen.
that in retrospect, this whole thing will end up emotionally. Let me be specific. Emotionally impact among me. For the least of us that can hear my voice, let us endeavor to shed our swords. Not because among me has anything to hide. Not because among me asked anyone to do that. But if you have ears, please listen to me with an open mind. Okay? And let us move on and seek the true justice we're actually looking for. Christina, to me, is a no-no. She's come out. She's done what she wanted to do. She's also apologized, either willingly or unwillingly or whatever, however way. Let us just accept it and move on and stop the dragging. I think it's way too much at this point. I think it's just way too much. Because taba falo siwaju, taba falo seni. Ki gongon ni koko. Ibo gongon be lo tin dun wa. Ka le fi jole. Ati soti nu wa, tis feyonu wa hon, ati sosita. Let us stop already. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I don't think she knows that, if she fucks up, people are there to stand up. If she did this, she knows. And it is enough. It is enough. I don't know how else to explain it. I think it is enough. Because this is going to cause issues between we, the so-called supporters of women. We have lost focus completely. We've lost focus completely, and what is wrong is wrong. Let us not encourage it. It is only because I won't include myself. It is certainly, as much as I am not pleased with anything she's done, at the end of the day, I will not be a party to it. And I will express myself. Picking her, at least, aside from those 2 audios or whatever, I don't think we've heard anywhere that she's said this or she's gone to grant another interview or whatever. And even if she did, let us move past that already. It is very glaring that someone is using her being in between to instigate shit. People will start attacking her, and that person will keep saying, in person of Karimo, will keep saying, Shemi is suffering, Shemi is suffering. Why are we not seeing all these things? Why can't we see that? If Karimo is doing shit, Tobaya ma ignore. Fact, most of me, Emi can't catch cruise pelu Karimo. I don't even hate her. And that's the honest truth. As much as I will never vibe with her, I don't hate her. Because I just see her as one dumb fuck. Like a piece of shit. She doesn't mean anything to me. So I'm not going to break a sweat over her. She's just one bitter human being towards her sister. And that's their family problem. You see? It should always end there. God bless you, escapade. Ẹjọ́. Àwọn ìpè yẹn ti pọ̀ jù. Dragging yẹn ti pọ̀ jù. I don't want to mention names. I don't want to who is dragging who now, please? I don't want to mention anybody's names. I don't want to call anybody out. But let's just stop. If you cannot control it, if you cannot stop it, don't be a part of it. Especially when it comes to Mohbad. Especially her in particular.
Don't be a part of it.
Osha, I'm sorry to cut you short. I think not calling people out, I think he's... Can you please call your name out, please?
I don't think she. No, I don't think she can do that. She can't do that. It's not be a fight of oath versus oath. No,
I don't want to do that.
This is your life. Everybody can do that. There's no point calling anybody
what I
else.
am referring to.
Call them out. Wow.
For those of you, not that I can't, but there are situations that can be easily avoided. Hence the reason why I'm not going to mention names. Do you understand? You guys got what for those of you that are aware of what I'm talking about, let it stay. Ejo, don't be a part of it. Somehow, I'm to Sirawanino. Could there be on Shemari? Turio ni me. Do you understand me? Kosiba Shemari, Turio ni me. Èmi náà lè dé lọ́la kí n ṣe nǹkan tí ò ní bí àwọn èèyàn nínú. Tí ò ní dùn mọ́ àwọn èèyàn nínú. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ní mind pé mo ti ṣe nǹkan tó dùn mọ́ yín nínú rí. The same ìyá Mohbad náà at some point ó dúró fún ọmọ ẹ̀. Mi ò ní accept pé bóyá ó dúró fún mi. Èmi believe pé ọmọ ẹ̀ tó dolóògbé lẹ́nìí ló dúró fún. Láti àtàrà Liam. Ẹjọ́, enough already. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ continue gbogbo ala máa wo fíìmù a máa rí ìta bá lè dá sí àdá sí ìta bá lè dá sí àní dá sí. But kíní yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ti ń gbé mi nínú. Ó ń gbé mi nínú. Ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. I'm not gonna say more than that. Thank you. Omomi, you wanted to say something?
I don't know why you.
A lot has been going on. And I just think at this point, Mohbad's case should be a foregone issue by now. And we ought to have moved on. It's not just one person, it's not just one host, a couple. And I feel at this point it's getting annoying. And I wouldn't want a situation whereby some of us would just be like, kilo in shele gongon, and then we begin to face each other. You know, at the end of group formation stage, when you get to perform in Abi Bonilla stage, when you go through forming, norming, storming, is it performing and whatever, when you get to the final stage, then a lot of things starts to happen. The people within the group start facing each other because they don't have anything outside of that group to deal with. Then, it shouldn't get to that stage. Especially when it comes to Kini. No. It should just stop. It's becoming annoying at this point. Are we fighting for justice, or are we fighting against the people we ought to be fighting for? Despite their mistakes, we're all humans. We can make mistakes. We can even do things that are unpleasant, not by mistake. We can do things that are intentional. We're supposed to protect these people. We're supposed to, I don't know. Bogbon tèmi ibi tó mọdé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe sọ sí. Ẹn tọ́rọ̀ mi bá dé offend kó má fi ṣèbínú bó ṣe yé mi mo ṣe sọ sí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká move on already. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìyá Mohbad. Enough already. We've lost focus. At the end of the day, we realize that, okay, this is just like, Savage, you feel me now?
I get what you're trying to say, and which is why I barely come up these days because it's like it's kind of exhausting for me.
Savage name called Savage
because she knows where I stand when it comes to this woman.
No. I will bring you down. Oh yeah, call my name.
Don't bring me down.
Greatness of all.
Yes, I feel
for me, it's really exhausting for me. You know where I stand when it comes to this woman, Osha. At the end of the day, we think about it. I always think about the fact that don't feel but that boy, what did that woman come out say at that time? Yes. So I always think about that part. I always think about the part that before any of us said, okay, she was there, I always think about all that. And I get it, she messed up. At the end of the day, messed up at some point.
I'll be honest with you here. People were angry with her because they found out that she's not using her judgment properly. We know we don't have control over that. Now, people are angry with her because she's allowing a foreigner and her family, to come and turn her against her daughter-in-law.
Mommy, but I think you're speaking from the outside. You're speaking from the outside. If you think about it, do you even know if you may still talk to this foreigner? So we have to think about a lot of...
Let me land. Okay. Let me land. People were angry because they felt that Wunmi is already going through a lot. Then come up with all these games being played before we finally hit where they were going to, which was Mama Mohbad, and the fact that she allowed herself to be used. We are not perfect. We all understand that. Of course. But we expect that she should be smarter than what she did, allowing a foreigner come and turn her against her son's wife.
She's not responsible for your expectations, though. She is not responsible for your expectations. That's the thing. We want this person to do it this way. She's her own person at the end of the day.
Now, listen. People were angry because of that. And they've let it go. I don't think people say much about her anymore. But they were visibly disappointed in her. And they expressed that. And that's it. Nobody can tell. Okay, good.
Perhaps you didn't see, but I saw. And I know exactly why I am mentioning her at this point. I'm not pinpointing or pointing fingers, but for those that saw what I saw, I am sure they understand. If at a more convenient time, perhaps.
That's fine. You know me, I'm also
online. Do you understand? But not just me, quite a number of people did. Tibata baden ro kunla o man ṣetán àti yá ni. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò ní jù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ.
I feel like a lot of people thrive with like negativity. They want the gist, they want the blah 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 blah. A lot of people want the fracas as well. At the end of the day, you have to understand that this is some people's reality. This is real life for them.
What kind of fracas can you have with your Mohbad?
You're not getting what I'm trying to say. You're not getting what I'm trying to say.
She's lost in the conversation.
Yeah, she is.
Lost in Osha, I understand where you're coming from.
Yes.
But what Mohbad did is like a stab in the behind. Yes, exactly. And
that's what I'm explaining to her. We have different ways with which we access things.
I have a question. A stab in the behind of bull.
It's like a stab. And when you're supported, people were behind her. In this way, it looks like
people were really disappointed in the way she came out. Honestly, they thought she could have handled it in a better way.
Okay, that's the problem. I feel like that's the same issue we have with King White. Everybody has an expectation of each and every one of us. People expect it doesn't make any sense. I'm not responsible for you for how you expect me to behave. That's your problem.
No, Savage.
But at the end of the day, she still came outside to apologize for what she did.
Savage.
What does you expect of her?
Let me tell you, after so much backlash, initially she didn't see what she was coming out to do. as wrong. We need to take responsibility for what we know we've complained, which is fine. But what she did at that time was unacceptable to so many people. They were disappointed. It's not because they hate her, but they were disappointed and they had to voice their disappointment. And I get that part. People came outside to voice it, but plugging it by
you guys,
doing too
you
much.
know why hers feels different than that of King White? Because she's family. She's family.
Let me make a point.
I understand your point. But what if this family already sorted their issue? Well, I see a problem.
Me personally, Osha, if you listen to me anyway, me personally, I try to hold my tongue. Even Omome will agree. When it comes to Mohbad, even if I'm trying to query her, I do it from a perspective of advising. I hold my tongue.
Let me tell you something. What we are failing to understand is the simple fact that what if is not just what she did? What if whatever she has done is more catastrophic and detrimental to Omoni? What if, I'm thinking outside the box here, what if it's far worse than what has happened? Which we should not take away, which should be expected at any given time. It's a time bomb ticking. We should not over-expect too much from people.
Osha, I'm agreeing with you 100%.
You understand? Just think that you expect me. Then she might operate in Michelle for you. We are today and exactly,
you are Osha.
You are living through this situation. You are putting yourself too much in this situation. You are living your daily life through this situation that would want to be personal stuff.
Do you understand? It will be below you because I expect the best out of you. If you now do the best, then I will applaud you.
And you know why? It's because everybody cannot be. Look, I agree with you 100%. But me, it will get to a time where this will die. Do I feel like people should keep bashing her? I don't think so. But can I hold people? You can take the horse.
And she'll also do.
But you cannot force them. But the way you came out and said, you said your parts. Would that stop the bashing? No. It may not stop. Would I, for me, the crown, go on anywhere and bash her? No, I won't bash her. Would I advise? I would do mine from a perspective of maybe advising. I don't like cussing people.
It can be a part of the solution than adding more to the problem. Do you agree with me?
I do agree with you.
Same time, you can't force anybody to do anything. You can always make awareness, which is what she's doing right now.
It's just
Witness. Yes, which is what she's doing right now, making awareness. So that's all we can do.
It starts with me, you, if you feel the need to.
Exactly. The change you want to see in someone else should start with you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Osha. We that we can.
Some of us ourselves are bullies at the end of the day.
Some of us can back up and not talk about her anymore. Others cannot do it. We will get to a point.
That's right. And it's not everybody that has the understanding or your tolo. It's not everybody that's got that.
It's not about follow.
Empathy and sympathy. Do you understand?
Jerry, as it is now, like you, I'm not seeing, in fact, I'm not seeing anybody. I want your team just Mohbad, Liam and Mohbad. Every other person is different from existing.
It's not about Opolo, it's how we things impact us. Like Osha said, I
feel like that's our mistake. A lot of people are living their personal lives through somebody else's situation. Maybe you need to deal with your own issue and not project your own personal whatever you have onto someone else.
Okay, for example, look at somebody like Susie. You can imagine.
Please, some people have mental issues that they're projecting to other people.
I think it's high time we all, we take this some of them to therapy. To be honest, Savage. Sorry, hi everyone. Sorry, Gon. That's very rude.
Hi.
Sorry, I slipped in earlier, and I must say, the previous conversations have been so good. No, really enjoy it. Thank you so much. That was really nice. I was at work, yes. These are the type of conversations we should be having.
Say, I was the
coordinator. Mohbad, yes.
Applaud me.
That was good. Well done.
Yes. So, shall you hear? Are you proud of me? Manager,
she shared that. Well done. Honestly, I think it takes a lot to come out and really, express yourself this way. And I think so. It's high time someone needed to do that. And well, you've done well by by doing it anyway. But let's be honest. Yeah, what Mama did was wrong. But for how long do we want to continue to drag her? And it's beginning to get out of hand. You go to some platforms and, the curse is still going on. It's not necessary anymore. Actually, I don't see the point, and it seems we are beginning to miss the plot here. Share justice, Lawa, or are we supporting me, or do we still want to continue to, pull the family apart? And like Savvy Beauty said, I think there are, quite a lot of people out there that are going through a lot, and they keep bringing their personal issues into this and projecting it on the matter on ground. Maybe it's high time, come on me, to go for some rest. Call us immediate, where then by the time they come back, they can see things differently. Mama Eti apologize, you understand? And just because she has, to be honest, because anybody to live to are justified anymore. Because Choba apologize, because she had mama pa. Because anybody told a lot but she has, you understand? So please, I'm just begging, for other people that are still here or that might be listening at any point, Johnny Tori alone, please, it's enough. It's enough. Let's move on and start progressing. The whole thing is going to a whole year. To be honest, and I just don't understand it anymore. It's why too messy. It's getting too messy. If we're having any conversation, there are things we should be thinking about. Is it to build ourselves, or is it to tear someone down? If it's to tear anybody down, those conversations should not be had. And we should not encourage such conversations. You understand? Because tearing other people down will not build us either. And we need to always remember something. This is a public domain. It's a public space. We know each other when we come on each platforms and then comment or, just like we're all discussing as panelists here. But you still find other people who has not even said hello. And they're also watching. We don't know where we would meet in future. I've known Osha on Facebook for a very long time. So you can imagine me seeing her somewhere. Obviously, she doesn't know me. And I'll be like, so sad. Based on whatever I have in mind or whatever my perception
that is when good morning, Imami water. Good morning, Imami water.
Before good morning, Mami water. It was before good morning, Mami water greatness. So we should not forget that there is life outside of justice for Mohbad. There is actually, let's be very honest, there is life. And for those of us who are aspiring to move on in life, we have to be very, very careful of our image. And whenever we open our platforms or we go on platforms to talk, we should always put that at the back of our mind. Yes, it's okay to feel we're humans, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be disappointed. However, the way we are showing it is very, very important because we don't know who is listening. We don't know people who are actually watching us. Some people probably in future will want to go into business with, one or two of us or even more. You understand? And you don't want that to be a drawback for you. Or maybe for our kids or anything. Hey, Johnny Toriolo, I'm just begging. Our image is very, very important. Wumi will move on And she's got a bright future ahead of her, I must say. She has. It might take her, some few years to go back on her feet, but she's got a bright future ahead of her. And I'm sure she'll be glad to meet some of us, in future, and then, be happy to want to reckon with us because we are doing well in life. You understand? You don't want to introduce yourself to her and you're not doing well. Obviously, go to any ferry and more again. I need support. I'm sorry, you understand? So please let us put our own image as well as priority. Are very, very important. And we're beginning to cause. At this stage, some people would even forget what Mama has done. And they will now start to capitalize on what people are now saying about her.
Saying that Wumi bully. At the end of the day, it goes back on Wumi. It falls back on her. Because you don't even know what goes on behind. Do you understand the drama?
It's not back on her. Everything. You remember when all of this was going to, even before Mama came out, and people were saying, Mama should come out and talk, and some of us were saying, no. People told them why, and we said because of Wumi, not because Mama le know Wumi. You understand? Not because if Mama came out to lie on Wumi, we would say, we are not supporting her anymore. But there are other people out there who they don't have a clue. Look at what happened after Mama came out.
The first that what was being said, thank God, is appalling.
So it's not necessary. Does she need that headache, that extra headache? No. As long as those comments might not go far, I'm sure she will not be happy to see any of those comments. So those are the things we need to start avoiding. It's not that Mama no or Mama see Mama then some of us will leave her or she will then be locked up somewhere. No, that's not the case. But the impact of other people taking this out of the actual context is very, very important. And there are people waiting to do that. We cannot say, she's strong enough. She can, she can take this. She's human as well. If truly we want to support her, to be honest, things like this, we should not even prolong it, to be honest. We shouldn't prolong it. She should be able to come on platforms and sit for a long period of time, come off, maybe not, I'm not saying on as a panelist, however, just to listen, and come off and feel energized emotionally and not be drained. Not again. No, we shouldn't do that. Hey, John Turiolong, I'm sorry if I said too much, but please, let's maintain our peace. Thank you.
The annoying part of it is, people blocking Wumi. Why are you blocking her? Why is all those people blocking her from their phone? Tó bá fẹ́ ò bá sọ̀rọ̀, tẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run máa yọ kọ́mọ lọ committee nǹkankan. Kó wá wẹ̀yàn tó fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ at that point. Ẹ̀yin tó lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ dé block ẹ̀ for what? Ṣẹ́yìn lọ́lọ́run ni. Tẹ́ bá síbẹ̀ ṣẹ́lómi ò ní ṣe ni. Ṣẹ́yìn lọ́lọ́run ni. Àwọn nǹkan tọ́lọ́run lòun máa là kọjá ló là kọjá yìí. Yes, some people block her. Yeah, I heard some people block him. They block her. Do you understand? Kì í ṣọlọ́run. Nítorí pé ọmọ yẹn go through kan tó ń go through at the age tó wà. Ọlọ́run sọ pé ó máa go through ẹ̀ ni.
Blocking her at this stage, they're not just attacking her.
I don't think anyone really blocked her. I don't think so. Her main
blocked her.
Well, they are not that important.
No, we said we're not mentioning names. Let's just
I said if you are blocking her, because if you don't understand what you're doing for her this time, then there's something wrong. She'll want to talk to people. She'll want to talk to people. Why would you block her?
Her main supporters did not block her. I don't think so.
Don't be too sure of what you probably don't know.
Don't emphasize on that. Don't block it.
I wanted to say something. To Jen lose chain of thought to me. I wanted to say something. Emma Sorolotin Bounty.
What they see here?
Let her be free to be able to come to where she wants to.
I know it's easier to continue.
Now, talking of Wunmi, in this whole situation, it's not everything that you get to see, especially if you don't have personal relationship with her. So now there are some high times and low times. We should all expect that. I wouldn't want us to obviously be a part of the problem when she's having a low moment. Let us understand that. I'm sure, Omomi, I don't know, you'd know about, human psychology and things. I'm not a professional in that area, but the little knowledge I have personally as a human being, I know when to be available. I know when
she doesn't want to talk, when she's in her lowest moment, nobody should disturb her.
Jesus.
She better be, yeah.
If she's getting pressure from all angles, when I say pressure, that things she knows nothing about, she's been blamed for. The public are accusing her wrongly and so many things going on. And the sister's problem is there. And then she's having problem from the family of her husband. And she's lost her husband. She's not even had the goddamn time to mourn. She's having to deal with her only child. It is too much. It is overwhelming. When I say overwhelming, I mean overwhelming. Something that could bring you to the lowest point of your life. Let's put that at the back of our minds. When we're making our decisions, let's just say our opinion and move on. It is a very delicate situation. Let's just try whatever we can that is humanly possible to move past some things. I'll just leave you guys with that.
Can I just add, yeah? You see, bereavement, it's a very terrible, how can I put it, situation, and it does break homes. There is a particular service who would always signpost young people to. They're called crews. You can, if you Google it, you should, be able to come across it. And on there, they also explained how, the knock-off effect of bereavement. Obviously, when they lose a loved one, all of the family will come together because they all have one, how can I put it? At that moment, they're all feeling the same. Mm-hmm. They need each other's shoulder, for comfort, you understand? But as time goes by, yes, when those mood swings kicks in, then the blame game will start. Yeah. And you find out that there will be past situations that probably would have been discussed and you think it was resolved. And those issues will start popping up again, not because it's necessary, but because as humans at times, we're always looking for who to blame at times, So it's expected. The family cannot be one for that long. And I wasn't surprised by the Mama Mohbad's action. You understand? One, she's also grieving. Two, there are too many people. You understand? Too much interference. This one telling her this, that. Even I'm surprised that Wunmi has not even gotten to that point. If she does, she's human.
She would. Yeah, I get it. You see, let me quickly come here. One thing that I always say is, when you're in that situation, particularly where everybody is blaming you and all that, she has to stop coming to talk. People who talk to her usually have a duty of checking on her from time to time. It's not my fault, but if I call you and you don't pick, I'll take it as she's not in the mood to talk.
God bless you, mommy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
It is more dangerous if you don't
if we let her be and we're not checking on her, already she has some strength. Which strength is that, Liam? That gives her, that makes her day go on. Every day she sees Liam, she has that strength to keep going. That is one good thing. The other one is we need to try, for those who contact her, from time to time, laugh with her, talk to her, and all that. That keeps her going. That will help her. And for those, if we don't want this to keep going, we need to get people to tell them to stop talking to the public. And that includes Mohbad. Enough. Exactly. You will never satisfy the public. Understand that. So we need to, sorry, I'm walking. That's why I'm breathless. So the point is, they need to understand that their explanation is not needed anywhere. Whether they explain, although they do explain, the person who hates you will hate you, and the one who likes will like you. You don't need it. Please get that across to her. She should keep going, praying to God. Every day she sees Liam, she will laugh. And she'll talk to a few people. That's it.
Yeah, can I just quickly say that? I mean, I'm very, 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 I don't know what the word to use now, that when decisions really, I like to respect it, because one, I mean, when King White was there, I was sort of really speaking to him and all that, but at least I anchored it on the fact that he made a decision. The decision to be with Wunmi, he made it. The decision to do whatever he wants to do now, he's made it. It doesn't owe anybody an explanation. If he offers one, great. If he doesn't, then we just have to respect it. Disappointed, yes, we can be, but then that should be the end of it. Nobody should be cursing anyone or dragging anyone for making a decision. And the same goes to Mohbad. The only thing I found wrong in that outburst were the curses. And then she's come back to apologize for that. Her being with Wunmi was a choice. She could either be with Wunmi, our children, our other children, or with Baba Mohbad. They're all family. So when we are saying, oh, she's family, so people are, she betrayed, we misuse the word betray. She has not betrayed. She's only shifted allegiance or whatever. She hasn't come to say Wunmi killed Mohbad. She just decided whatever she's deciding are not in her head. She's seen whatever she wants to see, and then she decided to make that decision. This is what I'm saying about Sam Jojo, King White, the other lady. Whatever they've seen or heard from her, they've evaluated, they've re-examined the situation, and they've made a stand. And we should respect it. It doesn't mean that because they don't want to be 100% for Wunmi now, Wunmi is guilty. No, it doesn't. So people should respect that. I mean, leave the woman alone. She's not out again or cursing Wunmi or saying that Wunmi did this, she did that. Yes, the way I got disappointed with her was when she said that, oh, if she had known, she should have been with Baba, which to me meant that, oh, your initial, I believe that your staying with Wunmi was picking good from evil. So if you're announcing that if you had known, yes, so if you're announcing that, oh, if you had known you should have gone with Baba, meant that, so you're saying that, oh, if you had known you should have gone with the evil. But that's by the way. Then on the people blocking her, we have to also understand that even sometimes a therapist needs therapy. People have been so invested in this matter that if blocking her would give them back their sanity, their temporary sanity back, it's fine. I mean, the people that are blocked her, I've not heard any of them say, oh, I'm no longer supporting Wunmi. I think they still say that they support her, but maybe some of them blocked her at that moment because they wanted to do what they wanted to do regarding King White and Mama, and they know that she'll probably be disturbing them not to do it. It's not like they blocked her to sort of throw her to the wolves. So sometimes we need to respect them as well. That, okay, maybe this is what will give them peace of mind, and they just, oh, let me even block this girl for now and just have some freedom to do whatever I want to do without thinking I'm going to be offending. So we need to respect, everybody needs to respect people's opinion and people's changes in attitude or people's changes in decisions. Disappointed you can be, yes, you can be disappointed, but words like betrayal and all those things, I think it's a bit extreme. So Mama has been there, she's done what she did. When she was with me, everybody was happy that she picked me over Baba. The blessing is there. Blessing didn't go either way. Mama too could have stayed in the middle. It's a choice. Everything is family. So our being with Wumi in the first place was okay. She's made a decision that aligns with what we believe in. And if she's sort of moving slightly away from that, we should also respect it. I mean, Blessing wasn't there in the first place, and Baba was never on Wumi's side. And it's all good. So as long as we believe that she didn't do whatever she did, and like Osha said, when we keep attacking this woman, I mean, the same Wumi came on King Wise platform and said, "Oh, my mother-in-law is a good woman. Please don't do this." So the woman you are fighting for is saying, please don't. I mean, if you've shown your disappointment and whatever, 1 day, 2 days, it's enough. Leave the woman alone. Let her and Wumi be doing whatever they want to do. Or you don't know what will happen tomorrow. You don't want to be supporting Wumi, and then when all of this is done, you leave her alone and she's totally away from the family.
Which is where my issue is.
Yeah.
It's like the person in this situation is telling you guys, okay, it's enough.
Exactly.
We are just online speaking. She's the one facing this in real life.
Exactly.
I mean, at some point, we should know our boundaries and say, okay, yeah, let me respect this person's decision.
Yeah, the people have gone too invested in the family matter that we have even left the main issue, which is justice for Mohbad, and we are now doing Wumi versus Mama, Wumi versus Baba. Mohbad is not even the main thing now, and it's happening on that side too. It's Baba, when people should be even talking about what killed this guy, what happened, blah blah blah. So I mean, we've been there, we've seen how we've been invested in it, and some are still there, and some would always be there because of Biamo things and all of that stuff. But then, like Foward Beauty said, there are boundaries, and we need to sort of respect it, especially when the person you are fighting for is telling you, please stop. You just have to respect it and let her be. She hasn't come out again. I don't know why people will still be cursing her. How many, like over a week now, I think. Since she's
it's almost a week.
Yeah, so we should leave them. The people have made that decision.
There were links store. If you don't know,
and you know what's funny to me is the fact that people are now using people are now using Saturday coming out.
Because she said, so who is now calling out to ya? That's my point, because I haven't seen any again. If you haven't seen, like I said, I don't want, not because I cannot drop names, but I do not want a situation that we all will be throwing tantrums. So please don't flog it. If I don't see, I don't say. I beg your pardon. Do not flog it.
Yeah, maybe you haven't heard, and Osha has heard people say it.
People are now using Folashade's issue as an excuse. That's the way I see it. Yes, I feel like they are using Folashade as an excuse because Folashade came out like at the beginning saying she saw blood. How many days did you guys use to like curse her out or call her out or whatever? And the woman was even the one that took care of the issue inside the house. But now, why is she not stopping Folashade? It's just like, at the end of the day, this one.
Escapade, Folashade and Osha, you all are rational minds. We agree that this needs to stop. But do we also agree that we cannot all think the same thing? Wumi supporters are not a basket full of the same thing. We are different shades. We have different shades of
people. But then
it is irrational for anybody to try to hurt somebody you are fighting for.
It has to be hard. It doesn't mean that everybody will do it.
It doesn't. The conversation has what to be hard. Pointing to. What you said must be heard.
Let me speak, Ejo. 1 second. Now, I'm not here to shove anything on anyone's face or gag anyone's throat. I saw what I feel isn't right, and that conversation
needs to be had. It needs to be heard. We need to speak about it. Now, not everyone will accept what I am. Not everyone will be okay with it. I am not expecting everyone to be okay with it. I just feel, in my opinion, as little as my brain might be, I just feel that, when you overflood something, there are some things that when you do it, you've expressed yourself, you've expressed how you feel about a certain situation. Two are the things. We're either doing it really and truly, or it's a personal vendetta towards this person.
Osha, let me say something. So, and also, what's the point of dragging this woman every day and it's a point support to go to ballet just because of this thing? Are you upping her? Are you what are you trying to do? I'm confused.
What I'm saying is the reason why I asked Mr.
Mr. Tosin, you are private, so I can't bring you up and this is
It's because I believe what she's saying. I agree with what Osha is saying. At the same time, in order not to go banter with each other, we need to understand that not everyone will be on the same side, and we have to overlook, ignore, and keep moving. Right?
That's a given. We know that already, but we still have to discuss it.
It's necessary to discuss it. Yeah. That I'm not disagreeing. You guys are not hearing me. I'm not disagreeing with anything said. My point is, I don't want us to fight within.
Oh, so no. She's just listen. At least we for those of us who are here now, yes, we know that is Osha's stand. You understand? If I go on Osha's platform now, I dare not. It's not Mama Mohbad in a negative way because I know Osha's stand, and that's why I think it is necessary. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand you so much.
To other platforms, but she has taken a stand and she's come out here to say, look, this and this, is what I feel should continue. So for anyone who goes on our platform, you should have it at the back of your mind and you should respect that she's not going to allow it there. It's that simple. It doesn't mean that it's good. I mean, that would happen on other platforms. Obviously, she doesn't have control over anybody.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
So everybody has a right to their opinion.
That's all I'm saying.
Whatever it is well. It is well. Because I'm not even at the red up. I'm fed up. Mohbad ló gbé olú ẹ̀ síta gbogbo fàlàfàlà lédèrèdè.
That's all.
Everybody should go arrest. Jàre tó bá ṣe kú tó Bọ́lá jẹ́ ta ló máa bọ́ síta máa sọ pé ẹ̀sìn ìfọ̀fà ló máa control máa fò. I'm tired. Alone. Everybody has a right, and gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀rọ̀ mi ni kò séyàn tó ra phone, kò séyàn tó ra data fún yàn, kò dẹ̀ sẹ́nibọ̀dì tó lọ pé èèyàn díẹ̀ pé kéèyàn bọ́ síta wá support kọ̀ọ̀kan báyìí. So to me, as it is now, ẹni tó bá mọ̀ pé orí òun ò gbé mọ́, everybody should go and rest. Wọ́n lọ sí mi, gbogbo àdá ológun pọ̀ mọ́ ṣàpàgbà ló here and there. It is not making any sense anymore.
Yeah. I mean, the conversation was needed. What she has, Osha have every right to speak her mind. My point is just that not everyone is going to follow it. Yes, if they come to her platform and won't perform nonsense, she has every right to bring them down, however she feels. But we are, we have different ways of seeing things. So my thing is, we can all be the same. People will view things differently. People will attack this differently, and people absorb things differently. So, Ali share the same thing. We
can also set examples to others on how to handle things.
Exactly.
And I was going to say this: if like the majority, the majority of the hosts, if they are not letting them bash her on their platform, it's going to stop.
It's going to stop.
That I know for a fact. But if you are still giving them like a platform to come and curse and bash every single day, of course, there's actually a profile I'm looking at every single time. That's the only time she comes up. So let's just and to manage therapy. Go and see your therapist personally. Don't use somebody else's.
Some people like me, for example, you can't catch me anywhere laying curses. I'm not used to it. I don't know how to do it. It's hard for me to shake it for anybody. Even my staunchest enemy, I don't know how to do it. People work differently.
Me, I think when me, I'm sorry to say, I think when conversations like this are being had, it's best to just, if you agree with the topic that's being discussed, it's best to follow that line and not create like an avenue or caveat or whatever what it is for people to hold on to. So if you are saying that not everybody will, you are watering down the message basically, because people will then be thinking, yes, not everybody. Let's just stay on the cause that it is wrong and people should not do it. Let's not leave space for saying, but everybody is not the same. Some people would. What is wrong, right?
That's it.
Let's just stay on that message and not try to give loopholes for why people can do it because you cannot control them.
I'm surprised that people are still cursing anyway. Okay, I'm going to you now, so.
We can lead by example. And normally, point of correction, you see, if you curse in Hausa, because majority of the people don't understand Hausa, so you won't be sweet. It's Yoruba. It won't be sweet. It is Yoruba own that is Bangkok B. Do you understand? As in,
Hausa man is afraid of Yoruba curse.
Actually, the same blood of Jesus. I beg. No be say myself no sabi now, but this is just too fragile and it's crazy. But it is what it is, But like I said, we can all lead by example. And thank you everyone for your submission. And sorry that I changed the topic a little bit. Thank you all for listening.
Sorry. Princess Ola, that's you and your family's problem. If you want to keep dragging in your Mohbad, open your own profile and do it there, because I don't know what to watch people's issues.
Exactly. Let people can go and do whatever they want. But I need the message is clear.
Your profile. You can open your own live and do it. Do it there. What are you for?
Me, I like the way the two platforms that King White went on. I like the way the hosts handled, their own submission, like the way Abefe, she went straight and said, you messed up, and she ended it there. It's not like dragging. I know Mama, I don't know why people are still, she hasn't spoken for she opened TikTok, everybody's angry, she put video there. Why is people so... Can't you just leave this woman alone?
For real? Controlling issues, I don't understand.
Man, they're doing too much at this point.
You shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that.
They're doing too much at this point. Why can she not open? When someone sent it to me, I said, so fuck what? Why can she not open her own profile? What the fuck? Excuse my French. She hasn't said anything. She played her son's music and so freaking what? Until then, Emma Kule Kikuto de Abi. The way is just it's just crazy. Look, it's not like I'm rooting for her, but what is wrong is wrong. Let's just let them breathe. You see that I barely talk about Josie. If you notice, I barely talk about him. Tobacco and all that. Then we make jokes and we say whatever that needs to be said. And that's it. I don't drag the guy. I don't except if there's one breaking news and I just want traffic for my page, I'll post it. That is it. I have nothing, no hard feelings. He might just be behaving the way he's behaving. I just say we, and that's all. You're going to overboard.
I think it's unbelievable how many things can be discussed. People get so emotionally involved in this family feud that is why they sometimes are able to stop.
I think that's the problem. Anything else. They take it home and then bring it back.
Yeah.
It's like they added their own personal
myself, Dabs and Abefe. We were talking about cars till this morning. Just cars.
Listening to you guys.
Yeah, so there are things that people can talk about rather than just having their minds.
Escapade. Come September 12th, I am done and dusted with this whole justice for Mohbad.
It's tiring, it's training.
Of September, I want to focus on my birthday first of all. Because we have a mask party. Yeah. Kanindu.
Fake profile is a mask already.
Pátá ni ó là ń bàríkà. Gbogbo ọmọ tó bí gbogbo èso ara rẹ̀ ní òrógò wọn lò. Arógbò gbogbo jẹ́ òní gbogbo wọn jẹ́ o. Àwọn tí wọ́n ń rí ògo ọmọ tán máa ń fi.
And they mentioned all the names of the witnesses that they had. So somebody
pa ọmọ dànù mọ́bí tí èjọ́ mọ́ dàgbà. Wọ́n ní pa ọmọ ẹ̀.
I don't see any reason why they will have to mention her name. If I heard Ushtok and I heard them, but I just don't